Chesty, the social media influencer and rockstar killer. Maria, from Miami. And Lucy, aspiring actress. Sydney, hip-hop lover and writer, so I'm told. And my quiet one, Mackenzie. Well, hello, ladies. I'm Bella. I have a question for everyone. Why do you think rich men cheat? Control.
I'm going home.
Don't go.
Attention.
You bring the total package to the table. You just need the right friends.
Are you my friend?
No, but you can be mine.
And power.
I stuck my neck out for you.
Thank you!
And I pulled the strings to get you onto this show.
Take all three away, and he becomes desperate.
So, what's with the apples?
Well, it represents knowledge, wisdom, beauty, and power. Here, you will learn how to gain ownership of all.
I'm gonna send you the money for the ticket, and I already have your room set up at the Palms.
You do that, babe.
Because once you have possession of the apple, no man alive will have power over you.
You make it sound so easy.
Oh, it's not easy.
Brett, look, I'm sorry.
Save it. Save it.
I get no auditions.
I'm gonna stop you right there.
I get no callbacks.
I really need to get upstairs. They stole all my money.
I don't know who the fuck you think you are, but you're no better than the rest of us.
Right now, they have a do not disturb until this afternoon. If they call you, great.
How is he gonna call me if he doesn't?
If not, charge it to the game.
Make no mistake, ladies. In order to succeed in this game, you must be willing to play it out till the very end.
This business is all types of savage.
What are you doing?
But if you follow my blueprints, I guarantee you will become a millionaire within the next 3 years. Possibly way earlier. So, are you ready to take that step?
Another day, another dollar. Ain't about money, don't you holla. 100 miles and racing, and that money conversation be my only motivation, yeah.
Hey everyone, it's your girl Catherine Nunez, and you're watching Real Talk with the director and the counsel on the IE Network.
Real Talk.
Hey, I'm Gina Lou, and you're listening to Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio.
Hey, what's up? It's Logan Browning, and you're listening to Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio.
Real Talk.
Hi, this is Alana De La Garza, and you're listening to Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio.
Hi, I'm Diane Franklin from Better Off Dead and Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures. You're listening to Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio.
Hi, this is Monique Dupree, and you are watching Real Talk with the Director on Blog Talk Radio.
Hey, I'm Stormy Maya, and you are listening to Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio.
It's Vicky Judy, Orange is the New Black, and I'm here with Real Talk.
Yo, what up? This is Jay Ellis, and you're watching Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio. Keep it locked.
Hi, I'm Frida Cards, and you're listening to Real Talk Radio with the Director. Hey, I'm Issa Rae, and you're watching Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio.
All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
Nothing more, nothing less. What up? Welcome to another edition of Real Talk with the Director and the Jedi Council. I'm the Director, and we'll be with you for the next 120 minutes or so. Real Talk's brought to you each and every Monday by B2S Media. We broadcast live via the World Wide Web on youtube.com/IE Network TV and Facebook, the social network, aka Meta, and Twitter. So happy Father's Day to the father. Happy belated Father's Day to fathers out there. Hope you guys had a good, relaxing, productive Father's Day. Some people, Father's Day for me is usually cook on the grill. I do the cook because I don't trust many people on a grill, so I'm gonna do the grilling myself. Even if it's Father's Day, it don't matter. Fathers belong behind the grill. That's my thing. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cook a little bit of the grill, chill out, watch some stuff. A lot of things came out this weekend. It was a good Father's Day weekend. The Flash. I went to see The Flash earlier in the week around Thursday. I did my quick response to that, and we'll probably talk about that a little bit today. Let's see. Black Mirror on Netflix dropped season 6, and it's not disappointing at all. And once again, they never disappoint me, at least. So Black Mirror, Netflix original show, is really got some good stuff on there. Also on Netflix, the movie Extraction Part 2 has dropped. So if you haven't seen that yet, go check it out. Both movie is really good. It's great action. Awesome. If you're an action person, then this is the thing for you. And like I said, The Flash came out and a lot to talk about as far as that goes. The Flash has not done well at the box office, which I kind of anticipated because of the fact that the whole Ezra Miller thing, there you go. What is that? Joseph, welcome back. Shout out to the chat room and everybody that comes in. Check us out. Make sure you smash the like button coming through the door. Share it with your friends and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And for the people that will be listening to the replay of this, welcome. Make sure you hit that like button, share this with your friends, and subscribe in case you didn't already. Hit that little bell button over there so you can get some notifications. Let you know when Real Talk is doing, putting something up, whatever. Flash just didn't do well. I kind of anticipated that. The Ezra Miller thing didn't really. There's a couple of things, but mostly the Ezra Miller thing. Throw in the fact that James Gunn kind of took the anticipation away from the DCEU because all he's talking about is the DCU. So, but he never promoted the DCEU films that were still slated on the slate. That being, The Flash, Aquaman, like all of that represents the end of the DCEU. But lightly on him. It's not his fault. I'm just saying. Most of this going to fall on Ezra Miller and all of the nonsense he's gotten himself into. And it just goes to show you that, people are not going to ignore the things that, there's some people that can separate art from the artist, such as myself, honestly. It doesn't mean I condone what these artists are doing in their personal life. If it's nonsense, I definitely don't condone it. I don't pay attention to it, obviously, but I can separate the art from the artist. So I'm not gonna let some knucklehead, whatever he, guy, or whatever he likes to, refer to himself as, but I'm not gonna let the actions of one person affect me go see a movie that I want to see, blah blah blah. So there's a few factors we might talk about as well. Of course, we are doing we're in the 4th round of our tournament the battle of the TV theme songs. It's been getting heated up. There's been some big upsets, some not so big upsets, some no-brainers. And this is the fourth week, and this is not the final round, but this is the last of the first 4 rounds. And then next week we will conclude it with the final 16 going head to head to see who is the champion, battle of the TV theme songs. And we'll be we'll do some giveaways next week. If you can guess, you have to wait till after this week. You have to see who the final 4 for this week. Then we will be able to tell you the final 16 for next week, the finals. Then at that point, if you think you know who will win, you can give a guess who will win. You might just win a prize. So some movie tickets and stuff. So we'll get on to that. I already mentioned the movies coming out. We have a guest, of course. She was with us before. I'm going to bring her on in a moment because it's like butt crack early where she's at right now. And I just want to really get her on. Last time she came on and chilled with us through the show, and I was so grateful for her to do that because that was a cool thing to do. But now she's got some music out, and that's what we want to talk to her about. Miss Lotus Noir is here, and we're gonna bring her on in like 2 seconds, just so we could get her on here, because I'll make sure. But before I do that, I'm gonna do my weekend recap like I always do, which is brought to you by BoxOfficeMojo.com. Number 5 is The Little Mermaid, 11.1 million this weekend. Brings the worldwide total to 468 million. Perfect. Okay. Transformers Rise of the Beast made 20 million over the weekend, and that brings the worldwide total right now after 2 weeks out 278 million and some change worldwide. 104 million domestic, 174 million international. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse made another 27.3 million this weekend. This is the weekend of the 16th through the 18th of June. That brings the worldwide total for Spider-Man 493 million. So it's closing in on $500 million. Number 2 is Elemental, 29.6 million. And that made, right now, it just came out this weekend, 49 million and some change, almost 50 million so far. And number 1 at the box office, bringing in a low 55.7 billion domestic over the opening weekend, and 74 million international, bringing the worldwide total at $138 million. That is The Flash, Warner Brothers movie, The Flash. So did well, way lower than some of us predicted. Not really what I expected. What I meant is not lower than I expected, because I expected it to be kind of low because of these factors that we talked about. But it is what it is, man. Word of mouth is still the best form of promotion. And there was word of mouth promotion. Yeah, there was word of mouth of good stuff about the film. But the fact is, I don't think those overcame the bad stuff, so to speak. So there you go. But I'm here, you're there. Let's bring in the at least one half of Jedi Council, and then bring in our guests, and we'll kick it a little more. Okay, Ralph, you in the building, man?
Everybody, happy Father's Day. Happy Juneteenth to everybody out there.
Yes, happy Juneteenth. Exactly. I forgot to say that. Thank you. That's funny because I'm catching so much flack over here about the whole Juneteenth. And now I'm not catching flack, but people getting angry. And I don't know why. Oh, you got yourselves your old holiday. You don't want to be here on and Kev's in the building too. You don't want to celebrate 4th of July. No. Because July. That's why. When it comes to America. So that's why I'm like, yeah, because July. I'm not trying to. Nah, but you know how people get about that. They get all antsy and butthurt. Oh, like, listen. First of all, I've been celebrating Juneteenth for a very long time. Way before they made it a national holiday. Shoot, I remember one of the most memorable things that I've had in my life happened at this celebration of Juneteenth in Hempstead, New York, Long Island. So, and I was little back then. I was young. I was like in my teens when that happened. So, I mean, some people who are, I guess, conscious enough, they've been celebrating Juneteenth.
Anybody who's ever did summer camp at an EOC, a MLK Center, and no, I ain't talking about 4-H camp or none of that, which is great. I'm not knocking 4-H camp; it's great, but none of those things were celebrating Juneteenth like one of those would. And I'm gonna be honest, even as a kid. Even our Martin Luther King Center, we didn't celebrate Juneteenth, but our man, that place gave me so much education about our American history.
Yeah.
That I wasn't even getting in school. Between home there and then when I became a teenager. I mean, I should say when I became a young adult is when I started finding out. But actually, not until I was like grown. After I had, kids and established life, that I even thought about celebrating Juneteenth.
Yeah.
Whereas other people like you, Wes, people who grew up in Texas, and I think and that's the other thing too, for a lot of people. If you didn't grow up in Texas, or if you didn't grow up in if you didn't have black teachers and have black social studies teachers as a kid to really educate you about our history, Juneteenth is something that will fly under the radar for a lot of folks. It's something. It's something new. But unfortunately, because it's something new, don't turn your nose up at it. We've been celebrating.
We're doing it, yeah. We've been celebrating it for decades, definitely. Shout out to my cuz Derek Westbrook in the building. What up, brother? What up, fam? Yeah, yeah, man. It's like I said, I was young when they were celebrating the Juneteenth. Now, when I first heard about it, I didn't know what it was for. But I find maybe about the third year that I went to a Juneteenth. See, look at me trifling. I went and partied for the 3 years before I even looked and found out what it was about. Then I was like, oh wow, really?
And unfortunately, that's why some black people don't know what it is because
a lot of people don't know because they didn't really. It wasn't explained, and it wasn't definitely wasn't played in schools. Forget about it.
Oh, forget about that.
And that was the thing. The people like from the community centers and Hempstead and stuff, they would come and have people speak. And a lot of times, oh man, it's like a congressman or somebody would come and speak to people, talk about Juneteenth, and I'm like, oh wow, this is cool, So it was cool, but and it is what it is. We're gonna bring our guest on too and see what she's doing over there where she's at. Let's bring in Miss Lotus Noir right now. Hello.
Hello.
Hey
What's up?
guys.
Hello.
What's up, Hey guys.
How you doing?
How
Welcome
are
back.
you? Thank you. It's been a minute.
I know it's been a minute, and I know it's nice and quiet over there because it's like the wee hours of the morning where you're at. We thank you for coming on and spending time with us. It's very cool of you to do that.
Thank you for
So how's everything been going
me.
on your end?
Very good, thank you. Very busy, I would say, with my music,
Yeah.
especially. Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Past
seen you
year has been
traveling. You're going all over
crazy.
the place. You're recording different places. Give us a little rundown of what
Yeah.
you're doing with that right now.
So for the past year, I've been recording my new release EP, The Bliss, which has been in the making for over a year. And I've been traveling to 5 different countries, writing for other artists in my own project as well. So it's been a lot of creating in and out and just recording different places. And then finally a release last month where my EP dropped. So it's been a release, finally being able to let that go. So yeah,
Nice.
it's been a ride. Yeah.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Okay.
It's always good to
Okay.
release
Now we
it.
want the inside scoop. Who have you been writing for? Or can you talk about this project?
So yes, I actually do you know Eurovision? I know you don't have that in the States, but you know of Eurovision. I wrote for the entry for Latvia, who came in second place in their country's finale. So that's like the major thing I did. Writing for Universal, but so close. I watched the finale in Latvian. I didn't understand the languages, and I could only see their live reaction on TV. So we came in second. But
okay, so wait,
yeah,
you wrote,
so
you wrote for them while they were on the competition.
I wrote for them on a writing camp for them to enter the competition to.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
That's what's
So
up.
she got in second in their finale for their country.
Oh,
So
that's
that was pretty wild. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds good. So like when you write for other people though, like how do you take that approach? I mean, I'm just asking you this question. I've never written a song for anyone else. I've written raps for like kids before back in the day, like just like my son or something, right? But
yeah.
When you write it for another person, is there a certain angle you take? Do you kind of like do you just write a song that just comes out in your song and they just adapt to it, or do you try to adapt some of them to the song when you write?
I try to adapt some of them to their song. It's very important for me that they have like their own take on it and that they can relate to the track they want. So usually I talk about like first of all references, but also who they are as a person and their story and what they want to like bring focus to on this song. So I really try to dive in deep before writing the song, so I see from their perspective. Try to aim for that.
Okay, that's cool because that's a little unique because not a lot of people do that all the time. Like you got people that write songs and they're just like, this song would be good because you might know how a person sounds or you may know their vocal ability. So you might write a song and be like, oh, this would be good for, Ariana Grande. or this would be good for whoever,
Yeah.
Rihanna. And but to cater it to, kind of cater it for them and make it really help them make it their own isn't done a lot unless you're working like closely with an artist like, say, Janet Jackson with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. Like, that's a little bit different.
Yeah.
They were writing and she was having, but see, on her end, though, she was having a little input on the writing. Yours is more so like, okay, I'm going to write this for them, but I want to have, or do you work with them and let them have input as well? How do you do it?
It depends on the person, the artist. So different. But I've also written to different briefs where I have an idea in mind myself. If I hear reference and then I listen to that artist's music, and then I try to create my own idea of how they might want to write a song. So it's very, very different depending on the person. Yeah.
Okay.
But I always love it. Yeah.
You always what? Say that again.
Love it. I love to write for others.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Now,
hey,
is it difficult? I'm sorry, Wes. Is it difficult? Like when you have like, say, if you have an artist that likes to riff and do a lot of runs, or have particular nuances to their voices. And I know you said what you said, but how much do you take that into account when you're writing, or do you just base it off of or do you just base the song off of your vocal ability?
I really try to match their different vocal skills. But I also really like to have my own take on it, because I am making an imprint as a songwriter and as a top writer. So it's like we're kind of meeting in the middle, try to create something together. So I'm not just a machine, but I'm still having my own personal take on it. But yeah, it depends on the genre as well when it comes to runs, and it's mainly pop genre when it's co-write. So there isn't a lot of difficult runs. So it's more like, it's more like the frequency in the voice, the tone in the voice that I'm trying to like, okay, how do they sound? How can I put that into expression?
Nice. Yeah. The only reason why I asked that, because it's like whenever you hear like Toni Braxton or whoever else sing, the first thing you think is like, oh, Babyface wrote that, or like you get exactly what I'm saying. Like it's like that. Like some artists don't care. I'm writing you a song, sing it.
Sing it this way, right?
Sing it this way. I'm sending you a reference track, and even with the reference track, some artists don't take it and make it their own. They just try to match the tone of the reference track and just go from there, instead of learning the song and then making it their own.
Yeah, I would actually say that I've been more the artist having a songwriter done that to me than the other way around. But I'm building my way up there.
Oh wow. Yeah, it's funny because mentioning that, shout out to my boy Dr. Freeze. He was one of my mentors in the producing realm, and he did a lot of work with Michael Jackson. And Michael Jackson per se, Freeze was a guy who always put his imprint on his writing as well. He wrote and sang a certain way when he sang them. So when he give the reference, so for instance, the hit song "Poison" by Belle Biv DeVoe, he wrote that, and a lot of times, when he does the reference, I hear a lot of people singing the song like he referenced it. He's not a type that make you sing it that way, but I just think he does it so well. They just sing it the way he referenced it. Whereas Michael Jackson, that was the same thing with "I Want to Sex You Up." He wrote that and sing it and referenced it, and I could probably play you his version versus Color Me Bad's version, and it almost sounds the same, So, whereas Michael Jackson required you, and I repeat this, required you to reference and write a song as if he was to sing it. So when Freeze would do his best Michael Jackson impersonation, when he would reference the song for him to make him believe that you could sing this song. It's in your range, it's in your, everything that your timing, it's your thing. I don't know if you've ever come across that, but you may, as a writer, come across something like that where you're like, hey, reference the song. Maybe if you're having trouble with an artist, like, yeah, let me. This is how you would probably sing it.
Yeah, it's kind of like acting. I
Yeah.
would say it's very
Exactly.
close to acting, and
Yeah.
that's also why I love it so much, because it gives you a chance to step into an alter ego of another person, or read that person as well.
Yeah.
It's very much dramatic.
Now how much has it helped you stretch your vocal range and your vocal ability writing for others?
How much it? Sorry.
How much does writing for others help you, like, stretch your vocal range and your vocal ability? Because, like you said, it can be like acting, because you have to, you have to change up your voice, you have to change up your style. Is it an easy task for you, or do you find it difficult?
I find it easier now than I did like a few years ago, because it's kind of like you learn how big your voice can be and how many kind of characters it actually has. So after writing or co-writing for others, I can go back and hear how my vocal range has actually expanded and how many different styles I can do now than before because of that. So yeah, it definitely has an impact long term, I would say.
No, I can see that's dope. That's real dope. So I want to talk about your so this is your EP that you put out?
Yes.
The Bliss? Okay, so it consists
Bliss,
it has what, 5 songs? Is it, or how many songs are on there?
4 songs. Yeah.
4 tracks on there, okay. And
yes.
let's see. Yeah, okay, cool. So what I want to do is I want to like play like a little bit of it, because I want, we want to let everybody know where it's located so everybody could go stream it or download it. So I'm not gonna play the whole one thing, because let's get people over there. But
it's gonna take a while.
Well, that alone, but they're not that long though. The songs are not that long. But mainly what I want to do is when I'm gonna share the screen and try to play it. But before I play it, I'd like you to give me give us a little overview of what the song's about, as we'll just go down the list, because you got like what's that? What's the first one here? Quiet in the Chaos, and then you got Fever, right? Then it's Shed Another Tear and Honey. Does that sound correct? I'm on the right page, right? All right, good.
It does.
Yeah. So what I'll that's the right EP, exactly. I don't want to be playing some of your older stuff. So, but yeah, I'm gonna share the screen so I can play that, so we can hear a little bit. I'll play like the first whatever, maybe the first verse or something of it, and then we'll stop. Go to the next song. You could tell us what that song's about, and then we do it like that. I think that's a good way of introducing your work to our audience, and then they can go once
Yeah.
they start digging you, they can go head over to Spotify and Apple Music and
Every
Amazon
streaming
Music.
platform.
It's everywhere. Title, it's everywhere. That's
Yeah.
what's up. So let me see. Let me share the screen first, and then we'll get that popping. And so now, when did this drop? When did you release this EP?
May 19th. Yeah.
May
So actually a
19th.
month ago,
A
yesterday.
month ago, yeah, 1 month ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's what's up. Let's see here. Okay. We're gonna go here. And then okay, so May 19th, and as y'all can see, it's all over the place. And like I said, I'm only gonna play a little bit of it because here on YouTube, when we broadcast on YouTube, you play too much stuff, they start hitting us with copyright notices.
Oh no.
But on top of that, like I said, we want people to go stream your stuff, go download your stuff, whatever, and listen to it. So we're not gonna, make it easy for them and just play the old songs. So, but let's start with the Bliss. And what first off, why the Bliss? Why'd you name the EP that? Do you have a song called that? You
Because
just not
for
on
me, I don't I was just like, what am I gonna call this EP? And it just came to me like the Bliss because I felt like the meaning of like enlightenment and like finally reaching that point where you reach the bliss
right.
was kind
Okay.
of what I was aiming for with the tracks. Yeah. So it's on
Okay.
a deeper level. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
More of a feeling.
Sounds like more of a feeling. Okay. That's what's up. Just
Yeah.
wanted to know. Okay, cool. So the first song that I'm gonna play a little bit of is Quiet in the Chaos, right? What's that about?
So it's about finding quiet in the chaos. Deep personal what do you call it, like involvement and evolvement, kind of the spiritual journey, but like finding quiet in the chaos, it's I would say it's the topic.
Okay, cool. Let's see if we can make sure here. Let's play a little bit of Quiet in the Chaos here. Switch to that.
Find quiet in the chaos. Promise there'll be your payoff. Find quiet in the chaos. Promise there'll be a payoff. Satisfied, feeling happy about it. Riding high, you may.
Oh, okay. So this is playing only samples. I'm like, wait a second. Why did it play from the beginning? Oh, this player is playing samples. That beat dropped. I was ready to start rocking. Wait a second. That sounded good though. This little player here is a little deceiving because it has the full length runtime of the song, but yet it only plays a sample of it. I'm not even sure what this is. Well, this is all right.
Like
well, that's cool.
Yeah,
it's like a little preview of it. I
is.
wanted to play more than that though, but let's see. So I would probably have to log on to one of these places then, like Spotify or something like that, Apple Music maybe. Okay, cool. I like that little teaser that they just gave us. We'll do the same. We'll go down the rest of it. Let's get a little, see where these teasers are. So Fever, what's up with that? How's that? I like that one. I really like that one. I've been playing that one most of the day. Like I was playing that.
Oh,
back
I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was streaming it. I was like, Alexa, play. you
Play
know,
Fever.
right, play Fever. But yeah, I was streaming it. But tell us what that song's about, and we'll play the
It's
sample of it as well.
Fever is about feeling you're like reaching a point in yourself where you just have this hot feelings and cravings for a person, and that person gives you fever. So
Okay.
it's about love. It's about what happens inside of you when you get those
Huh.
feelings, the first kind of feelings for somebody. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. All right, we're gonna play the teaser for FIFA on this thing. Let's see what they got. Here we go.
Turn me on, give me love, make me feel stronger. Give me life, magic in your eyes, this is where the long day. Turn me on, give me love, make me feel stronger. Give me life, magic in your eyes, this is where the long. You see how they be looking at us, baby, jealous at us, baby, can't get enough.
All right, I like that one. I didn't stop it, people. That's the teaser that they play. I wouldn't have stopped that one. Um. So yeah, who produced that song?
I did,
Oh, you
and
did. Okay.
I did. I'm a producer as well, actually.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah. You didn't know that?
I did not.
Well, surprise.
Surprise, you're a producer as well.
Surprise.
Okay,
And
that's what's up, though.
my friend
Self-contained
co-produced it.
artist.
I would say close to, yeah.
That's what's up. Now that's always a
And I
good
had a
thing.
friend who was co-producer
Mhm.
on it. So yeah, we created the sounds together in his studio. Actually,
Oh, that's
fun
what's up.
thing,
Mhm.
recording this, I actually had a fever, like a real fever.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So you is that when you decide to name the song Fever, or you already had named it that?
No, I think I manifested a fever because I already called the track Fever beforehand. It was very
Oh my
odd,
goodness,
but
that is
it
weird.
gave it that extra crisp to the whole session. Me just laying there feeling like I was dying, and
Oh
then
god.
yeah, dramatic.
I'm gonna tell you, I remember them days in the studio. Matter of fact, I used to. There's plenty of times that I've went to. Kevin. Our co-host here, Kevin. He used to own a studio, and that's how we actually met. And I used to go to his studio, and I've been a few times. I've been there where I wasn't feeling good. I don't know if I had a fever, but I just wasn't feeling good. I don't know. I might have had an asthma thing going on because I'm asthmatic, something. But yeah, I know you got to push through those studio days, man, because time is even if I don't care. I don't know what your situation is with the studio. Even if it's a friend, I always look at it as time is money. You know what I mean? Me,
Yeah,
me and
definitely.
me and Kev, Kev became very good friends from meeting at the studio, but when I came there, time was money. You know what I'm saying? I had to, I
Yeah.
was paying for that time. So, you know
It's
what I mean?
precious.
Yeah, it's precious time. So I remember those days because we had a deal where we'd come in every like Sunday and record at his studio. And, even if we didn't have, if I didn't feel good, we still went. If we didn't even have, sometimes we didn't even know what we was gonna record. We're like, and me and my brother and I, we did hip hop back then. And at one point, we were going there so much, we had recorded almost everything we needed to record. We had almost a whole album. And we was like, what else we gotta record? Let's keep taking advantage of this and go. So I get that
Yeah.
pushing through the studio when you're not feeling well. I really like that song though. I really do. That's I like the vibe of that song. So
Thank you. I'm happy
I've
to
been
hear that.
rocking that out. Yeah, I've been rocking out with that one. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Shed another tear. I'm assuming what I think I know it's about, but what's the song about other than shedding a tear?
It's about losing someone you love
Mm,
and healing from that pain,
okay,
finding the love to yourself. Yeah.
nice. Yeah, I figured that. Okay, let's preview that.
Yes.
Shed another tear.
Say goodbye, then you kiss me gently between my eyes, telling me you care, telling me you love me, telling me you're there. Baby, please don't go. Baby, please stay. Baby, where you going? Are you leaving me? Baby, please don't go.
They killed me with that. They should not have stopped it there. It was building. It was building. I heard it, but now that sounded good though.
Thank you.
I really like. What's your inspiration? What's some of your inspirations when you produce these songs?
This one in particular was Blood Orange, their sound universe, and Kate Bush. It was very
Kate
specific
Bush,
with
yeah,
each
it's
song.
yes, I definitely hit Kate Bush vibes. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, okay. I definitely hear that. That's why I wanted to ask if it's got that vibe from her. It's
Her
got her sound a little
pitching,
bit. Yeah, her pitching. Yep,
maybe,
yep.
yeah, but the rest of the EP actually is very much inspired by Shaka Khan and Sade.
Mm,
So
sure.
I glued the EP together without kind of having it in mind from the beginning what I wanted it to be, but
Mm-hmm.
somehow they all kind of match.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, well, this is the bliss.
There,
Here we are.
there you go. This is the
There you
bliss.
go.
And then the final one here is Honey. So what's that about?
It's about having sweet love again for another. I love to write about love, but I I actually made this song for a reference track. It was like a brief I was writing for. It wasn't actually for myself in the beginning, but it was Shaka Khan was like the title. So it's totally Shaka Khan vibe 80s. Yeah.
I mean, so that's your thing, huh? That's how
Yeah,
you.
Yeah.
that is totally her vibe, and it's not just.
Yeah.
I don't mean to speak over your vibe, but it's not just Shaka Khan, because you got a little bit of a Patrice Russian vibe going as well. You have that's a very strong 80s vibe, 80s
I like
90s vibe.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Thank you.
And okay, so let's play a little bit of Honey, then we'll get back to that. Okay, let's go. Boom, 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 Honey.
Don't give up, get my body right. I know you like it good, baby. I know you like it good. Oh, yeah. I know you like it good, baby. I know you like it good. Oh, yeah. Oh. I could eat you up, sticky like honey on my skin.
Yeah, I definitely hear that's Chaka all day. That's Chaka all day. Yeah, that's definitely a Chaka Khan vibe right there. Now, and you said so when you wrote it, that's what you had in mind. It's like, yeah, this would be good for Chaka.
Yeah. And commercial.
The
That's
commercial.
I had my I was like, how am I gonna like sell this in television? And I was actually recording it in my couch. I was just like sitting like this and just like chilling, recording it. So everything is just like a very chill vibe around
Can
Honey.
I just gotta say this. The last two, it's all start. The more you talk, the more it's all starting to make sense. Because the last two songs, that's exactly what I got. I'm like, she sounds 80s popish, but also you feel it feels like a television vibe. So oh man, you're
Yeah.
listen, just keep talking because the more you talk, the more you're explaining exactly everything that I'm feeling from everything that I listen to is exactly what you're saying. And I like the fact that you're not saying a lot because you're allowing you're allowing us to really
Kind
take it in and to
of about
experience
it.
it
Yeah.
for get our own
Yeah.
particular vibe from it.
Yeah. So now let me ask you this. Now your where again what's your region that you live in again?
I'm in Copenhagen.
Okay. Right. And so is that a vibe that's kind of out there that people from where you're at are really feeling, or is that just what you was feeling and that's what you going with?
I would say it's a vibe that I'm definitely feeling more than the rest of Denmark.
The rest of Denmark, yeah.
All good
But
to Denmark, but they ain't vibing.
yeah. Well, what's Denmark playing these days then? Like, what are they?
They
What are they
like Ed
playing?
Sheeran.
Okay,
You know,
okay.
like a lot of pop top 40 vibe, I would say, and Danish rap is very like hype at the moment. But
Hmm.
this is very I think it's too old school for Denmark.
Yeah,
So it's more like US UK vibe.
definitely UK. Definitely UK.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can tell who engineered it because the engineering definitely has a European feel to it. It's very wet. Um,
Yeah.
it's very
Well,
wet.
I I did the production and co-mixing, and then my friend, he's called Nikolai Absalon. He's having this he has this huge studio with analog mixing engineering, very nerdy.
There it
So
is.
he
There it
he pulled
is.
everything through original, sound cards and analog everything. So he really
Mm,
created that authentic 80 sound.
yeah,
Yeah.
he sure
Shout out
did.
to him.
Shout out to him.
Yeah.
So now, what did you record? See, now I'm about to get technical here. What did you record your vocals, or did you do that on like? Did you record it to like real, or did you do it on Pro Tools?
I recorded it in Logic
Oh, Logic. Okay.
using Logic, yeah, using
Hmm.
a microphone from the 70s,
Oh,
also an original from him. Yeah.
nice.
So everything is very nerdy,
No, but
except
no, that's
for
dope though.
No, you
it
can you
gives it
can you
that
can definitely hear
extra.
it.
Yeah, you can hear it.
Yeah, it gives it a fatter,
Yep.
more
Warm.
uh
Yep.
and more thick feel, but also like I said, I can just tell by the way it sound like I listen to a lot of different music from
Hmm.
American to European, and
Yeah.
that European sound of just being wet but having nice thick vocals, and the vocals are always more in the forefront than
Hmm.
anything else. Um,
Yeah.
Like that.
A lot of stacking.
Yeah, a
Stacking.
lot of stacking, a lot of
Lot of
stacking.
I
stacking.
love I love the stacking of vocals for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to put you in touch with Freeze, man, because he loved doing that too. I'll put you in touch with Freeze. Maybe y'all collab or something. He
Please
he
do.
he the same way, man. He loved the staff, and he actually learned that from Michael Jackson.
Yeah, because
Oh,
Michael
Yeah,
Jackson is the vocal stacking king.
yeah. Oh
Like,
yeah. That's
yes.
like
all he did was vocal stack. He stacked. I mean, oh my God, vocal was track upon track upon track. Yeah, he was the king at that. amongst other things, he was the king at, but he was the king at that when it came to his vocals. And I
Yeah.
know Freeze had taught me this technique on stacking and then bouncing. And I'm like, yeah, so I use that. I like to say, through third party, I learned this from Michael Jackson. That's why I used to say I learned that trick from
That's a
Michael
flex.
Jackson.
That's a flex.
That's a flex, you know what I'm saying? Because I mean it's through third party. But I still this was Michael Jackson's technique. Freeze learned it, he taught it to me. Michael taught it to him.
Wow.
Freeze taught it to
Wow.
me. So yeah, I learned this from Michael Jackson.
That's your
No,
blueprint right
the one
there.
thing, the one thing that I'm liking about you is that you sound like you're also a studio junkie, and you're very studious. That's the one thing I can say as an artist that's very important.
Yeah.
Pay attention to what's going on in the studio, because what's going on in the studio also reflects into what your live sound is going to be, and how that and that transition, especially once you start to get a following. Because initially everybody's like, "Ooh, she sounds like the record, great," and
Yes.
or "Ooh, wow, hold up, how did they do that? They made it sound just like the record."
Yeah.
Or but then you got artists who come out who don't care about their sound, and the first thing they do is they play backing vocals with their lead vocals on the backing vocals. Like
Oh
what are you
God.
doing?
Yeah.
Like why are
Don't.
you
Yeah.
like? Thank you. Oh my God! You heard what she said? She said, "Don't.
Do
You
not.
don't."
That is like my first rule ever, and I don't know how I got myself into that, but for me, it's always been like if I cannot sing this live, I will not record it. I have to do this live even better at live than the studio recording. So
Yeah.
it's always in my mind, if I cannot do this, then I will not I will force myself to do it. Like it's a good practice to have that in mind, but it's like I will never ever record a song that I know I wouldn't be able to do live. It's just like it doesn't feel real. Like I see my audience in front of me whenever I record. Like I see myself like performing. Like how would I feel if I stood on stage doing this? That is how I want it to sound like. So
Yeah.
I really
That's
keep
perfect.
that in mind for sure.
You got to. That's the perfect
Oh my
attitude.
God!
to
I'm moving to Copenhagen because I need to hang out with you.
have.
Because oh my God,
Yeah,
yo,
artists just don't. These are things that they don't even think about because, especially the newer artists, because I don't know. I don't even know why. Probably because they're just living in the now. We're in the age of now. So they don't take the time to think about stuff like that. They just want to put
Well,
out what they think people want to hear.
I blame the
that's the
studios
thing.
too. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's the thing. Like I feel like sometimes when I hear new music on the radio, it has a lack of soul. And when I say soul, it's not like soul genre, like soul R&B. I
Right.
mean like I cannot like it's too robotic in the sound. It's like I'm missing that kind of edge and the rawness to
Yeah,
it,
the
and that's what
connection.
like it can seems like it's too quick and that it's all about something else rather than music and expression. And I'm really like the only music I listen to is like everything before 2004. I would say like if I see my playlist, it's like
Yeah.
because I feel that music resonates with a higher level more than just like another pop song. Like it takes a lot for me to feel that realness.
Well, I could tell you what it is. Well, one, because anything before that time period was played at a different frequency. It was even recorded at a different frequency. And
Yeah.
then the later music also became shorter and shorter and shorter. So there was no, there's no real time to really engage the artist and really get into really get into what they're trying to bring across in their song, because the song went from 4 minutes down to 2.5 to three tops.
Yeah.
And it's like they're trying to jam it down your throat versus versus a serenade. You
Yeah.
know, it's artists aren't singing anymore.
No.
Everybody's just performing. No, nobody's singing, and the performing is even that's barely lackluster. There's no real vocalization. There's only a handful of artists that really understand the gift that they have, and instead of just
Yes.
there's a difference between singing and singing.
Singing and singing.
Amen.
Now that's good. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
so what I want to do is make sure. Okay, so everyone needs to go check you out on Spotify, Apple Music, everywhere, iTunes Store. That's where you could buy it, probably at the iTunes Store. I say
Yes.
buy it and download it.
And I
That's
won't
how
mind
we
that.
know you have. Yes, download it at the iTunes Store. Amazon Music. That's why I've been playing it. Alexa, play the Bliss. And Title. You know what I mean? All of these joints. Deezer. What's that? Deezer? I never heard of that one. Deezer?
I think it's a
Oh,
newer
yeah.
platform.
Yeah. Bottom line is wherever music is streamed, you should be able to go listen to the Bliss. Like I said, I encourage go to iTunes Store. Buy it. You know what I mean? It's like that's how you know you have it. You have it.
Please
You
buy my
bring it with
EP.
you. Yes, of course, of course. And where else? Where else can people? Well, that's where people can find your music. That's the most important thing. But on social media, where can people find you, Nana?
On Instagram and Facebook
Yep,
as I am Lotus Noir.
I am Lotus Noir. That's right, and we'll definitely
Yeah.
be promoting that out there. You know, we're doing our tournament or the battle of the best TV themes. So, were you a big TV watcher coming up?
When I was a child, a
Yeah.
lot. Yeah.
Okay.
I watch
Yeah.
Netflix from time to time. Yeah.
I know, man. Every time I ask that question to people, probably because y'all are in a certain age range, but when I ask that question to people, they're like, "Yeah, sometimes, not really." Makes me feel like I guess I'm just a loser. All I did was watch TV.
No.
So I guess that's all. I don't know. It's weird. I watch nothing but TV, man. But you know, it is what it is. But that's cool. What
I
is the
would
what? Do
say,
you have a favorite show that you watch, whether it was coming up or as an adult? Is there any TV series that was your favorite that you watched?
well, right now I just finished the Black Mirror season 6,
Mm-hmm.
which I was like, what
Yeah.
is happening?
It's really
Reaction,
good.
like
Really good.
it takes time to digest every time you watch an episode. I'm like questioning my
time.
existence and like what is yeah.
Yeah. Am I live?
It's
Am
so
I in
deep.
a video
Yeah.
game? What's going on?
Is this
Yeah.
real? Like what's going on?
One of
Yeah.
my favorite series of all time on Netflix is definitely Black Mirror. Very, very good. Very good stuff. What else? Anything else? What about when you was younger?
I watched Sex and the City
Sex in the City.
actually
Okay.
as a teenager, but mostly movies as a child in the 90s, Disney movies
Oh,
was
so
a
you
big
was a
hit.
movie. Yeah, Disney movie. Did you
Yeah.
see the new Little Mermaid?
I haven't
You
yet,
get a chance
but
to
I
see it?
will
Yeah, get a chance. If you get a
I will
chance, get
go
out
and see
there
it.
and check
Yeah.
it out with Holly Bailey
I think
as
the
Ariel.
7-year-old version of me would be very excited to see a black woman on screen. That would be like,
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
What is going on? Like,
It's been some.
finally.
It's been some
Wow.
nice promos of her, like meeting and greeting with people and young girls running and hugging her and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And they got like the little Barbie doll, Ariel of her, you
Yeah.
know, and they're like, oh, so that was cool. That's very cool to see. Very encouraging to see. And I'm happy for her, that she did what she's doing, and she did a good job. I seen the movie. She did a good job.
Yeah.
The movie was good. So when you get a chance, check that out for sure. That'd be cool. So what's up next now? Are you building into an LP?
That's the dream. That's the dream. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm working with Resmain and
of course.
International Dynasty
Shout
Group.
out to the National Dynasty, Romaine. What up, bruh?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I really hope that my album that I'm creating with them is going to be an LP. Hopefully.
Okay. More than
Yeah.
likely. More than likely. Yeah, but see, with your
Yeah.
vibe, man, with your vibe, man, yeah, they need to try to bring in some big guns to work with you, with your vibe, for sure. Um,
Yeah, live bass, live drum,
yeah,
live
yeah, yeah,
string.
yeah. All that stuff is like. Do you play
Oh
any
yes.
instruments?
Yes,
Do you
yes,
play any
yes.
instruments?
Play piano and a bit of guitar.
Okay, cool. That's what's up. Yeah, you definitely. But with Romaine and them, they probably will. You probably will be getting live. You need your for your sound. You need live. You need live instruments
Oh, it's
when you
yeah,
record.
we already talked about like how we're gonna approach the live scene
Yeah,
with the live band for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
You got to. And I think you should record like that with a live,
Yeah.
band because that would really help put a bow on the type of vibe you got going. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Especially if it's the same band that you're in studio with. It's
Yeah.
nothing like working with the same band you're in. I mean, it gets a bit monotonous after a while, but once you really dial in on your
Hmm.
sound and they get an understanding of you and how you flow and how you sing and your pitch swings and all your nuances
Yeah.
that you do when you sing,
Yeah.
it becomes a beautiful thing. It becomes a
Yeah.
really beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you can, I would definitely push for that. It costs a little bit more money, but
Hmm.
listen, if they market you like you supposed to, like they're
You'll
supposed
be
to,
fine.
they'll get their money back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Definitely.
cool. Well, I appreciate you joining us. We're gonna let you go because it's just I know it's late over there. But
Oh, I can see.
is it
Is that
late or is it early?
the sun?
Oh
The
Lord, I
sun is
hope not.
rising.
Oh
The
Lord,
bird is singing.
the birds are singing, the sun is rising, and we got you on here talking about the bliss. Nah, that's good though. We always appreciate you joining us, and the door is always open for you to come back. And definitely come back when you can, when you happen to just be up at 4 in the morning. You can always hit us up, log on. Even if it's at the last minute, you just can't sleep and you up on a Monday morning. Actually, it might be Tuesday morning for you, probably. I don't know. But
Yeah, it is.
you just it'd be Tuesday morning and be like, yo, you know what? Let me see if Real Talk's on. I might go and check and see what they talking about. So, but definitely we appreciate you coming. Everyone, once again, go
Thank you.
out and get her stuff, man. Stream it, stream it, stream it, buy it, buy it, buy it. Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Amazon Music, Tidal, Deezer, wherever that is. um, go ahead and stream and buy, stream and buy. And Nana, we appreciate you coming through again. Once again,
Thank you for
everybody,
having
Miss
me.
I am Lotus Noir.
Thank you, guys. Take care.
Yeah. Have a good night, all right? Or good
Thank
morning.
you.
Have a good
Good
morning.
night.
All right.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, man, I really like when she comes by. That was cool. It's the second time we had her on. The first time she trooped it out with us, man. It had to be like 6 in the morning. You know us with our long-winded asses. We was like, yeah, and talking and talking and talking. And she was over there just thugging it out. We had on. So shout out to her, man. Shout out to Romaine International Dynasty, of course. And that's what's good. So there we have it. Yeah, we're gonna move on to the tournament in a second. What happened here? Let me just bring this down. So yeah, man. So I watched so Ralph, have you watched the show The Icon?
Yeah, I've been watching this piece of crap show on HBO. Yeah, I've been watching it.
All right, piece
I
of
was
crap.
just
Why do
having
you
a conversation
call
about
why you call it a piece of crap show?
it's all built on. It's actually the entire show is built on sex. There's a girl who is a fading pop star is now trying to come back, and she meets this guy who is sort of Swengali snake charmer.
Yeah,
Right.
he's a
I'm
con
like,
man. He's a con man. That's what he is.
come on. You meet this guy in a bar, and 2 minutes later he got you in the stairwell fingering you. Then the next day he's back at your house, and he puts a piece of scarf around you, sticks a knife in your mouth, cuts it open so you can sing. And now this one, you're having sex in the dressing room, and then he winds up masturbating on the wall. Like, no, bro. That's why it was getting all these bad reviews and stuff, cons, because of the overt sexuality show. The show, to me, this is veiled after Britney. It's Britney Spears. That's who this thing is veiled after. It's veiled after Britney Spears.
Well, I mean,
Right.
you know, she's definitely an inspiration of it, but I think it's definitely a little more than that. She's definitely a major, I say, inspiration for that particular character. But I think it also kind of goes into some of the things that no one ever talked about of in the music business, because it's a thing that if you're not in the music business, you don't know. And that's really the cult like feel that is the music industry in a way.
And I want to say, I just want to say, you don't have to be in the music business to finger a girl in the club.
Of course, yeah. I mean,
I'm just,
of course not.
Guilty, but but the point is,
in 2 minutes,
yeah, guilty.
Someone
So,
that you ain't never met a day before in your life.
Okay,
In 2
like
minutes,
I said, you're gonna have me telling on myself up in here. I'm gonna say
one
guilty.
dance in. I listen. I listen. I forgot what the name of the club is, but it's the club that used to be over there right behind Nassau Community College. It was that Jamaican club, and let me tell you something.
Oh, okay. All right. No said when you say Jamaican club. No said. You ain't got to say nothing. No.
Right. Here's the deal, though. Now I'm gonna put, in my opinion, my thought on what you just said. You know, the fact that it's I think it's kind of pulling a curtain back on certain things. First of all, it's their focus. It's really about, you have the sex things in there, whatever. But this show is really about the trauma that this artist went through that we didn't witness yet. They may show it in flashbacks, but obviously when the show begins, she's recovering, trying to make her comeback from a breakdown, right? Like I said, we pointed out already, very
her mother died.
Right. Her mother died, but she had a breakdown too. It's not just her mother
Yeah.
died. She had a breakdown, right? And they had to cancel her
But
tour. Right?
the mother dying was the cause of the breakdown. Then other things happened. But
Yeah.
I
Right. So she lost her mother, which we just found out in the just recent episode. You know, a little bit more about the mother, but she lost her mother. She had a breakdown, and they were not able to. They canceled her tour. So but one thing I like about the show is that they show all of these people. She has this team of people, her so-called team, that's around her, and none of them really care about her. You know, and that is the music business, especially when it comes to pop icons and stuff like that. They got a bunch of people around them that are just friends on a
yes,
payroll.
men.
Yeah, yes men and yes women, payroll friends. And basically, one thing someone was explaining before, like it's almost like she's almost has her own little cult, and she's kind of like leaving one cult and going into another cult, because the cult that Tedros, the character Tedros, is, he's basically like a cult leader. You see the way those people talk about him. They talk about him like he's the Messiah. Like they talk about him like he's their savior.
Like he's the second coming.
Exactly.
Like second coming of what?
He is definitely a con man. He's definitely, you know, with that type of deal, but he is a cult leader at this point. You know, do this, that, and the other. So, you know, the latest episode he talks about, you know, when she tells her trauma about what happened with her mother and her mother passing, and then he saw that as his way. Because if you for people who are keeping up with the show, right, without giving away super spoilers or anything, but you could tell in this episode, even though he's kind of like taking over everything, he's firing people, you know, without, you know, not gonna say without her consent, because she was right there when he fired I guess that was like the trainer or whatever that was, fired him. She went along with it. Just that he's exerting his power throughout the house. However, you also see in this episode, there's a couple times where she pushed back at him, and she's like, no, you know what I mean? For instance, when he was having sex with her in the dressing room or whatever, you know, he trying to shoot up the club. Yep. And she's like, no, she pushes him away. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that, and then a couple other things. She's like, boom, boom, boom. And when he noticed that she's giving him the pushback, instead of pushing back harder, he found his way in through her trauma about the mother. So he's like, yeah, you know, he basically is going to take the place of the mother. So if the mother abused her, he's going to abuse her, because she actually kind of used that as motivation.
Used to it.
Yeah, she's used to it, and she used it as motivation to finish songs. It's like, yo, this girl is really messed up. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that she's really messed up, and let's be honest, no one on this show cares about her. Even the ones that
only one. No, only one. No, only one. The assistant. The assistant actually cares about her.
I guess to a degree she cares about her. To a degree, the managers care about her, but you know, because they're like, oh, you know, we promised your mother we would, you know, take care of you.
No, Azaria cares. The character Hank Azaria is the guy. He cares about her. The girl, that's like she doesn't. That whole dressing down that she did was like, she's supposed to, you think you got a bigger dick than me? And she just like humiliates her in front of everybody. Like, no, like at the end of the day, honey, you gotta remember something. Your ass working for me. I don't need you. You could walk.
Yeah. And that's the executive, right? Yeah. She's the record, and already, as you also know, the young girl from the group Black Pink or whatever, that Asian female group, Black Pink, big group or whatever. she's in the show too. She plays the backup dancer who they done already basically about to
Grooming.
replace. Right, they're grooming her now to replace her because you could see in some of the flashbacks, or not even the cutaways, she was literally performing the video. They said they were scrapping the video, but they were back there shooting the video with the dancer in the forefront singing the song. You know what I'm saying? Same exact choreography. They also see what happens is they don't tell you blatantly, it's just in the dialogue. You know, they tell you in the dialogue, oh, they scrapping the song. He's like, you're gonna scrap a song that's gonna make money? They scrap the song, they scrap the video. Why? Because they're gonna give it to the Asian girl. That's what they're gonna do. But little do they know, she is part of Tetra's cult as well. You know what I'm saying? So whatever angle it comes from, he getting all the bread because he told her, you make sure you have her call me so we can negotiate your contract. So this dude is just a toxic douchebag, and he's a con man. That's pretty much what he is. He knows how to, he's one of those type of dudes that knows how to read the room and kind of play off your insecurities and things like that. Every single one of those people that's part of their little quote unquote family, they all are messed up emotionally. They all got trauma and kind of messed up emotionally, and he's taking advantage of them and making them, but he's giving them something that they didn't have before he met them, and that self-confidence, right? And making them believing in themselves, right? They're making them believe that they can do this music that they're trying to do, or whatever the case may be. I think he's really, and the Weeknd is a co-creator of this show. I think what they wanted to do is really kind of pull back some of that curtain on that nasty stuff that we never want to admit how the record industry is. And when you mention Britney Spears, you go back to that. Britney Spears was definitely enduring this type of stuff, because look what happened when the chips were down. They locked her up. You know what I'm saying?
Even today, I was reading about the actress, Amanda Bynes. How now she's on three. Now she's under psychiatric lockdown because she was walking around downtown LA nude. Yeah. And now she on a 3-day 50.
Yeah.
50.
They do it all the time.
Where are all those yes men that was bigging you up? Where they all at now? Nowhere. You know why? Because the money stopped.
Money stopped coming. They stopped coming. And that is the key that no one talks about. And this happens to not just record label, obviously, because Amanda Bynes is an actress. This happened a lot to actresses and actors, young actors, people
especially kid actors.
Yep,
that become adults. Yep. There's supposed to be a transition period, and they never get the transition. And there's very few. Michael J. Fox. There's only a handful.
Yeah,
that
Jaleel White.
Jaleel White. They got to be able to transition into adult acting.
Yeah,
and without issue and maintaining
and without
sanity.
The trauma, because number one, their parents was worth something. They weren't a-holes, and they weren't, you know what I'm saying? That's number one, because that's where it starts. Most of these child parents, we talked about this plenty of times on the show. I'm sorry, they ain't shit. You know what I mean? And they get greedy. The money, they take the money. They don't put money away for their children. Then when their children get older, and either they die or whatever the case may be, or they get fired, or whatever the case happens, now the children is like, damn, where's all my money? I made a lot of money. Yeah, well, it's all gone. That's enough right there to drive you crazy. Then you think about the trauma or whatever that goes on between that, the you know what it is, you know what I'm saying? The abuse that goes on, or the neglect, all of that stuff. So this girl is going through it. I actually think, I like I said, I already expected you're gonna expect a lot of crazy, even gratuitous sex scenes, because that's just how this guy Livingston is. Look at Euphoria, same thing. Euphoria is full of gratuitous sex scenes.
Yeah, but
Okay.
this was a little different between
Well, it's
that
gonna
that
be different because Euphoria, even though there's adults playing them, they're kids. These are full grown adults, and they doing full grown adult shit. So you're
well
not gonna see
well
nothing as wild on Euphoria, not really, because those characters are high school students, most of them.
no, because in Euphoria you had the girl Jules that had sex with the 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 quarterback's father in the
Yeah,
hotel room where he was basically putting his fingers down her mouth to make her
yeah,
spit with saliva.
I
No, I mean
remember.
you
No,
see that?
that was rough. Yeah, that was about where you're gonna get it, where adults, and that was just basically showing a full grown adult having sex with a kid, because she was only like 16 at the time or something like that. The character, she was like a high school student still.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was that, showing the statutory rape or whatever the case may be. But I'm just talking about some of this other stuff that's going on. Yeah, you're gonna I'm that people just need to just get over it and get used to it, because that's just how Levinson is. He's all about shock value. So we're gonna do some wild stuff
You know
like
what?
that.
If you know what, if people are complaining about, I personally couldn't really get into Euphoria. I could only go but so far, and then it just wasn't for me. But
Mhm.
people who are in their feelings about it are one of two people: prudes, or you just haven't come to grips with the hoe that you were as a kid.
Damn. I
Or
don't
you try to tell yourself that you wasn't when you know you was.
Listen. Can we just keep it a buck? We were all teenagers at
Yeah.
one point in time,
Hmm.
and we have, and not all of us. I'm not going to say all of us, but a good majority of people have experienced some stuff. And if you
Right.
haven't experienced some stuff, you've seen some stuff, or you've been around some people who
What?
you've been like, you know what? I'm gonna go this way because
Uh-huh.
the path that you walking down,
Hmm.
we gonna end up in sex traffic. We're gonna end up sex traffic because
Yeah.
you
I,
wow.
I agree. Like, I was actually good. I was happy that Euphoria came out, because Lord have mercy, if I ever decide to write about my childhood when it came to sex, Lord have mercy. I told you, both of my parents are gone, and that's one that was. I wouldn't even touch it until both my parents were gone. I would have never touched this story, but I'm still
I already
contemplating it.
I
Now I'm like,
already
damn, I don't even know if I want my kids to see this story about me.
I already did. I already started doing that when I was going through my divorce, right? My marriage counselor, she said, "Ralph, I'm gonna give you a pad and a pen. The next time you feel angry, write down why you're mad, right?" So there's one night I'm sitting at home watching TV, VH1, and my damn wedding song, Robin. Now I'm heated. I'm like, bitch. I'm throwing shoes at the TV, and I'm getting ready to throw my sneak at the TV, and my whole right side of my brain said, yellow, it said, stop. It was like Vader talking, saying, stop. And it said, Ralph, instead of you writing down why you're mad, why don't you write down how you got to this point with women? Write about your experiences with women. And then
Yeah.
maybe when you're done, you can take a look back. I saw the sign saying,
Exactly.
but I
And,
ignored it.
and, and Ralph, can you please? The people in the bleachers didn't hear you, bro.
Yep, exactly. Like you saw the signs and you just ignored it because for whatever reason, or you were you just lonely and you attached to somebody because you felt it was a connection. Write down your experiences with women, and I was like, you know what, that's a good ass idea. And I started doing. I started writing down my experiences with women, right? And I called it ignored the story of a guy get a little. dot dot dot, and I left it like there because if I ever decide to have somebody read it, they're saying, what is he trying to get a little bit of clarity, a little bit of peace, a little bit of self-conscious, a little bit of sex, a little bit of stupidity. What's he trying to get a little bit of? And I'm right out my experiences with women, and there's a lot of sex in it. There's a fair amount in it. It ain't a lot. It's a fair amount.
Right. And then people gonna say, "That's too much sex in this show."
But you know what? But again, like I said, when it comes to shows like Euphoria and even Idol, 9 times out of 10, if you're in your feelings about it, it's because it's triggering some stuff, and it's making you really look at your. If you haven't been honest with yourself, and Ralph, I'm so glad you said that aloud for people to hear, because a lot of people don't. I'm a self-built Scorpio. I don't. Wes knows me. Wes is the closest person that I've had. I'm not close to anybody really, and the one thing I never do is like bark about what I do, what I've been through, unless it's going to help somebody. And the one thing that I can say, like what Ralph just said, if you're not willing to sit down and assess with yourself about where you've been and who you are as a person, you're going to spend the rest of your life triggered, because it's just you've done stuff in your life, and it just is what it is. Deal with it, and then course correct.
Accept
and accept it, course correct, and then life will make the adjustment, and you'll be where you're supposed to be in life. But this bashing Zendaya and some of the cast members from Euphoria, I'm pretty sure these people from Idol are going to get it if they're not already getting
first of all, the dummies, this one does it.
Well, I think the bashing of Euphoria is
the with the Idol, it's more so like the dummies talk about the Weeknd. Oh my god, it's so cringe the way he was talking, but like it's a character, dude. It's not the Weeknd talking like that. Like he's playing.
Don't know. Is it?
He's playing a character, dude. That's crazy. That's asinine to think that.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Acting. Listen. Acting is. I forget how the saying goes, but acting is nothing but a mirror of the lives that we live. That's all it is. Stories and stuff that are written. Now there may be some things that are that's the word I'm looking for.
A little different.
Things are gonna be different. But what I'm saying is, when people are literally they're doing the same thing that they do with Power and everything else. They're not separating the artist from the character, and that's annoying. When they're saying things like, "Oh, I can't look at the Weeknd the same after this."
You know why? You can't
retarded.
Look at it. You know why you can't look at them the same? No, it's not retarded. You know what it is? You know what it is? The Weeknd did his job.
Right. He did his job. And exactly. So they're sitting, "Oh, I can't look at him the same. Oh, that's sort of, oh, he's talking like this." Yo, there's a script. There's a script.
It's just
written
like
a certain
Tariq.
way. Right.
It's just like the kid who plays Tariq. You know what I'm saying? I like him now, but 2 years ago, if I would have stabbed that dude, if I would have saw him in the street.
Right. But I mean, which means he did his job. So it's like, but that stuff gets annoying. So I'm just like, my God,
Unfortunately, some people really just can't
they just take
separate the two.
It's not just this been going on for years, because Susan Lucci used to get screamed on all the time. You know, this been going on for years. People be running up on Susan Lucci, like, come on, man, she's playing a role. But anyway,
they'd be like, bitch. They would just be like, bitch.
I can't believe you.
I mean, and here's the thing. You know what I want. You know what I want to see people do. I want to see people look at the credits And this is what you do. Whenever you get whenever your favorite actor is going too far, here's what you do. Look at the credits, then roll up on the writer. Give them
Exactly.
a piece of your mind.
That's the person you have the beef with. So I'm not going. I mean, it's the third show. I definitely don't think this is a bad show. I want to see where it's gonna go. I already see what they're trying to do. They're doing some exposing, and everyone gets uncomfortable when when people start pulling curtains back. Things that you may or may not know. Some people may not even believe this type of stuff happens in the music business, but it does. It does happen in the music
It
industry.
does.
It's
I
happened
ain't
for
gonna lie, it
years.
does.
Yeah, it's happened for years. And this guy is a classic, just hustler, con man dude. He's a con man.
It's a
You know,
jackass.
yeah. I mean, he talks people into doing shit. But I like I said, it's what's the word?
But listen. Yeah, some people are con man, but at a point, it's when does it cut off that they're talking you into doing something, and you're just willingly going along for the ride.
Well, she did because I mean I'm not. I kept looking. I mean, it's been on 6 times since it came on last night. But if I'm not mistaken, in the last minutes, I think having anal sex with her, it was like just enjoy the ride, embrace the pain, and I was like, really?
Well, what you
Really?
mean by the what you talking about by the fireplace or whatever?
Yeah.
No, he was
I think that's what
literally doing what his
I think they
no
were
he may have added that in, but what he was really doing there was what her mother was doing to her. He was hitting her with that brush, just like her mother
that's what it
did.
was. I thought it was anal sex because I was watching and I happened to catch that. And I keep catching, like I said, it's been on 6 times since it premiered yesterday. That says something about HBO. I mean, damn, it ain't even 24 hours and it's been on 6 times. So I caught pieces of
They
it.
pushing the shit out of it.
They ain't got no choice. I get it. Writer strike. I got it. You gotta do your job. But still, bro,
Well,
like, damn. If you're gonna
because
give time,
but also because you got to remember, Ralph, you have regular cable versus somebody like me who has HBO Max, and when I watch it, it's just I gotta stream it. I gotta stream it every time I want to see it. Anything I want to see, I gotta stream it.
yeah,
Versus,
but yeah, I mean, I understand that part. What I'm saying is, it hasn't even been 24 hours, and HBO has shown it on HBO 6 times. Like, damn, maybe twice, but 6 in 24 hours. Come on, man. That's every 4 hours you're popping on the idol, and it.
well, yeah, because
No,
they're
bro.
trying to they because they're trying to. It's like radio. They're trying to get people attached to the show. They're figuring if they keep running it, eventually
somebody will catch it if they just watching HBO. And I tell you, I would love to interview The Weeknd because I guarantee you, I mean he's probably read it anyway, but this character, I guarantee you, he's had to read the 48 Laws of Power when he was developing this character. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the
people,
stuff.
I suggest read that book. I
Read
bought that book
48 Laws
about
of Power.
that book was 11th grade birthday present for my daughter.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm
48 Laws
telling
of
you.
Power is one of the best books you could ever read. And what you call it, number 7 in the 48 Laws of Power is get others to do the work for you, but always take the credit.
Credit.
So that's number 7.
I never read it, but I'm gonna have to go get it.
That's number 7 in the he's utilizing several of these laws. There was the one about there's another one about keeping people in suspense or something like that. And then there's a couple of them in there. I don't know them all off the top of my head, but I know number 7 is get others to do the work for you, but take all of the credit. But always take the credit. So That's what he does. That's exactly what that guy does. You know, and they give it all to him. You know what I mean? And he got them in a situation where they never want to say no, not to him at least. You know, so
I mean, come on, he had the guy in the shock collar.
Yo,
I was like, what? Get lower, get lower.
Yeah, yeah.
Like what? I'm like what?
Yo, I'm telling you, dude.
And what's with homeboy walking around looking like Simon Phoenix? I was like, really, bro? Like, really? Simon Phoenix is in the 90s. You trying to bring the look back?
Maybe. Yeah, it's a little that whole crew is wild, man. And like I said, lo and behold, he going in through both doors, the front door with her, and the back door with the Asian girl, because he sent her there. That was a whole setup from the beginning. You know what I mean? So I'm telling you, man, it is this dude is. I brought up the list now, just looking at it. He's jumping on play into people's fantasies. That's another one that he's utilizing. Interaction with boldness. He's doing all types of stuff from the 48 Laws of Power. But so anyway, let's jump to the contest. We should have got started a little earlier, but it's all good. We'll get through this. There was on this contest, this list, I just noticed now, we've had a couple of things on there twice. Not any of the ones that we've done before, previously. But when I was making the matchups for this, I noticed a couple of things that we've already listened to previous ones. So I went back to the original list, and remember when we started taking things out and putting things in, we ended up with two songs or two entries that were the same. Sanford and Son was on there twice, and I think it was the Dawson's Creek or one of those other ones. So what I did was just replaced with the first two honorable mentions. I just put those in. So one is Dynasty theme and one is Step by Step. Those were the first two honorable mentions on the list. So I grabbed them, slided those in, since we obviously doubled up on a couple joints. So anywho, that's just an announcement there. And let's get on with the show. This is it. Oh man, Looney Tunes. Let me just do that. All right, so let's get this patty started. Let's see. Okay, let's set up this first. Okay. We got People's Court up first, and then here we go. Let's see. All right, first, here we are in the last, fourth round of the, and we just lost Kev. I'm sure he'll jump back in. The fourth round of the tournament, the TV Battle of TV theme songs tournament. Fourth round here. Kev jumps back in. We're starting off with the number 49 rank versus the number 64 rank. All right, first 49 is first up here. Let's see. Make sure y'all can hear it. There we go. That was the People's Court.
Boy, he was beating that closed hat, boy.
Yeah. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Papa Was a Rolling Stone.
Yo, you know what? That's exactly what it is. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my God, that's exactly what it is.
I be hearing some of these you see some of these guys, these comedians or people doing funny stuff, making their versions somehow the Temptations kept trying to jump in the beginning of Pop Horse and Rolling Stone. He's like, it was nope, not yet. Like, you come back again. It was the third. Nope, not yet.
No,
We gotta get the horns. That was funny. All right, so it's squared off. That was the People's Court theme. Squaring off against number 64. Let's get it.
Well, I'm not the kind to kiss and tell, but I've been seen with fire up. I've never been with anything less than a man. So fine. I've been on fire with Sally Field, gone past with a girl named Bo. But somehow they just don't end up as mine. It's a death-defying life I lead. I take my chances. I die for living in the movies and TV. But the hardest thing I ever do is watch my leading lady kiss some other guy while I'm bandaging my knee. I might fall from a tall building, I might roll a brand new car, cause I'm the unknown stuntman, Redford such a star.
Man, there we go. The unknown stuntman.
Oh man, what do I do here?
The unknown stuntman from the Fall Guy. Courtesy of Lee Majors. Actually, did
he sang that. Yeah, he sang that song himself.
This now, when it comes to theme songs, this checked all the boxes. This tells you exactly what this show's about as far as the stuntman part of it. It doesn't tell you about him being a mercenary or whatever. Not a mercenary. What's the word? Bounty hunter. Yeah. I'll say a mercenary. Mercenary is just a bounty hunter that kills people.
Basically.
The moment we took people hostage, we became mercenaries. And mercenaries get paid.
Money.
I'm like, I Candyman. You about to turn Candyman on him. You about to turn Candyman.
Wow.
I want my money.
I mean, most people who tune into our show know what we're talking about. They know we be clowning. That was a little excerpt from The Rock. With Tony, what's his name? Tony Todd, right?
Tony Todd,
aka Candyman, talking to Ed Harris, in The Rock. He was like, we're mercenaries. The moment we took hostages, we became mercenaries, and mercenaries get paid. I want my money. Yeah, he screamed on him.
Oh my God. That thing was mad. Yeah,
he was real mad. Because he was like, yo, you mean to tell me we ain't even gonna get no bread? Like,
doing all of this?
For this? Like,
we not getting no money?
We all go get court-martialed.
We going to jail.
You get court-martialed. I don't think you tell me you a military guy, Ralph. If you get court-martialed or anything like that, or get dishonorably discharged, you can't get your money, right? You can't get your like retirement, right?
Hell no.
No. That's a big
so you know that was going through his head. Like
here's the one. Wait, but here's the one thing. Which I found this out doing some research on something else. If you work for the federal government, like you're an FBI agent, CIA, something like that one, and you do something that puts you in jail, you can still get your pension of what you already have built. You can still
because you work for that.
Right. Military people, no, you don't get jack. Hell,
because that ain't
if you get dishonorably discharged,
that's taxpayer that's taxpayer money.
Yeah,
you're actually free money. And now technically speaking, the FBI is still it's still technically citizen money, but it comes from the federal government. But it's a whole different situation versus the military.
Only because it's an actual job. It's an actual job. Right. But if you get dishonorably discharged, brother, you might as well. I hate to say it, but you might as well hang it up because it's gonna be nearly impossible for you to get any type of decent job. First of all, they're like, "Oh, wait a minute, you got kicked out the military."
You just like the I used to call them the dummies who didn't really have a career path lined up when they came out of the military. You go into the military, you spend all that time in the military, then you come home to do nothing. Like you have no plan.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, I'm going with the fall guy, the unknown stuntman.
This is rough for me because the People's Choice. I mean, the People's Court is a whole vibe.
People's Court is, to me, it's obviously it's very known, but obviously it's very known. If you play it, most people, at least from a certain era, will know that it's from the People's Court.
I mean, listen, most of us was only watching the People's Court back in the day if you was homesick from school.
but
pretty much.
I'm going with the fall guy.
I was on People's Court. I'm not. I mean, I wasn't on, but my ex-girlfriend, she was on the People's Court one time. I was on the show. I was like, yo, I can tell the secret. You know where they shoot the People's Court? It's not even a courtroom. It's really in the hotel. No, it's in the Hotel Pennsylvania across from Madison Square Garden. That's where they shoot at.
Yeah,
it's like on the 40th floor or something like that. Yep, that's where they shoot. It's like on the 40th floor.
Yeah. I knew it was. I didn't know exactly where it was, but I knew it was somewhere. It was on a set that I knew. All right, so the unknown stuntman is gonna move here. What was you picking anyway, Ralph?
I was gonna go with the people.
You're going to People's Court
because I mean, although because the sound is million, but a lot of times when they even do sitcoms or whatever, and they're going into court, they either play the People's Court or they play the Mason's theme song. One of the two.
Yeah, one of the two.
But but the People's Court theme has been used in movies. It's been used on Family Guy. They haven't put it into the show.
I'm
so
sorry. I'm sorry. My vote is gonna swing. I'm going with the People's Court. I just something in my spirit is telling me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. It is definitely way more popular, but I don't really consider that. I didn't even really want the People's Court in this competition. I don't consider that a TV series. You know what I mean? It is, but I don't consider it that. You know what I mean? It's a court show. So, I mean, even though it was a series, it was a court show. Night Court, yes, that's a TV series. But the People's Court, I never considered that. I don't consider this a TV series theme song from the beginning. But it is very popular, though. So, yeah. It's all right. So, we'll go with the People's Court then.
Well, I had said that because I thought about that, and we talk about cultural impact. And sorry, People's Court been on since the 80s and it's still going. But that thing, no matter who's behind the bench, it's never changed. It's always the same.
Yeah. Okay, so next up we got the number 50 versus number 63. So here we go. Here's number 50. That's like the long version. You don't hear the horns. That's Dynasty without the horns. That's the long version.
Which is that the remake?
No, that's the original. That's the original version. But the original, it goes on a little longer before. I think I have the one with the horns here. But the original, it goes on a little longer before the horns come in. That was like season 1 of it, right?
Oh.
So you hear like,
okay, now that sounds more familiar.
Right. Right. So that was the
that sounds much more familiar.
Dynasty, yeah, exactly. The Dynasty theme with the horns. That's the one that's more. That's because that version started like in season 2. So a lot of people may not have been watching it at that point, or obviously from season 2 on, that was the theme. So, kind of like how Martin, the Martin theme changed. Remember, you had the one we're using is the original Martin, Martin, that one. But remember, it changed to Martin. Yeah, I'm the man. It changed to that later on in the
That's
season.
The ego. That's Martin Lawrence's ego.
Right. So that was Dynasty. That was the number 50. And here we go against the number 63. Yeah.
Bluetooth disconnected.
I think this would be a no-brainer, but let's play it anyway.
I know my parents loved me. Stand behind me, come what may. I know
you can just stop it right now.
I'm ready, yeah. Oh, I finally heard them say it's a different world. Ooh, than where you come from. The city is now, yeah. Here's our chance to make it. Hey, and if we focus on our goal, you can decide, we can take it. Hey, just remember that you've been told.
Different world. Where you come from, which also isn't the original version, but that is the one that was kind of, I would say, the most famous, because I think Aretha stayed on through the whole time after that, right?
Nah, then it went to Boys to Men.
Oh yeah, it did go to Boys to Men near the end. Season 1 was someone else. Then it was that Dawn Lewis singing in season 1?
I think it was Dawn doing it season 1.
Season 1, and then it went
it was.
Then it went to Aretha, and there you go. All right. Okay, so let's go. Ralph?
Come on now. You don't go.
You have to officially
come on,
say
you
it.
don't go
You have to at least
Aretha.
officially say it.
Oh.
I've already
world
moved
moves
it up.
on.
Well, I'm the only thing I'm gonna say is I'm not a huge fan of Aretha, but goddamn,
what?
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm not. Listen,
How you
my
gonna
black
go
card,
against Aretha?
my black card is gonna get revoked. Oh, I'm not going against her.
No.
I'm saying I am not a huge
Is
Aretha
it
Franklin fan, but but man, when she blows,
yeah, she
blows. Jesus Christ, that woman's vocal ability is crazy.
I would have picked a different
Raw.
world theme song, even if it was the other person singing it, because of the fact that just the theme song itself. I would have picked it if it was Dawn Lewis singing it, but yeah. Okay, let's move on then. Aretha moves on. Yeah, she does, kind of. A Different World moves on. All right, next up battle will be number 51 versus the number 62. Let's get it. Number 51 here. Can we get it? Speak of the devil, he's still up here. go. Martin theme song versus number 62.
I always say, listen, I'm good. I'm going to vocally approach this because it's been going on for far too long.
What?
You know, they could have cleaned those samples up on that. You know.
They could have cleaned those samples up.
And you so crazy, my ass.
Remember that was in actuality, that sample was, someone told me, I forgot they told the story, but it was like somebody's voice that they kind of took in obviously it was somebody's voice, but someone that actually like said his name like during some other event, and they took it and sampled it and changed it.
They probably took it from the Def Comedy Jam.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
that
number 62 on the list. Here we go, people. Get ready.
Oh Jesus, Martin, you in trouble.
Hey man, you know I wouldn't have did it to you like that, Martin. Man. It was out of my hand.
It's called Cutthroat for a reason.
Woo. Let me stop this.
Yo,
I'm getting
listen. I'm sorry. Yo.
First of all, yo, those keys.
Yo.
Come on, how you gonna balance the flute?
Fender
That
Rhodes
flute in the beginning.
The Fender Rhodes keyboard. I can't. Anyway. Yeah, you can't deny it, man. I wouldn't, that's how you know I did not do this lineup. I just did it randomly by ranking because I would have never put Martin up against this.
Jesus Christ.
I'd have never.
You know what? I'm gonna do this because I gotta be pro-black. I'm a cast vote for Martin. It's really taxi, but I just can't let Martin go up that way. You just can't. I got to give him at least one vote that he had a chance.
Well, you know what, Ralph? I tip my hat to you, brother, because taxi is a whole vibe.
Let Martin go out like that. Yeah. Martin just can't get swept. He just can't
and I'm gonna say it for the record, and I don't care. Yeah, ain't nobody take. I roll up on me and come for my card if you want to. But I know for a fact I watched more episodes of Martin than I did of Taxi. But that theme song, I forgot about that theme song. Yo, that thing is a whole vibe, bro. It changed. It literally just changed my whole mood right now.
Yeah, it did.
it literally changed my whole mood. Like I'm like I want to smoke something right now, and just chill. You know what I feel? You know what I feel like? Like God, I'm going to hell for saying this, but I don't care. You know what I feel like right now? After hearing that, I feel like that scene in the Red Room in when Bruce Lee got to the island.
Yeah, I'm looking at my cables.
When Bruce Lee got to the island and he was investigating and he put the snake in the bag, and then he saw the girls in the room and they was all in there doing their heroin, their opium, getting high.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't saying I want to do heroin, but like I want to smoke something right now.
Yeah.
Just vibe.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I'm
going through my cable channel, and what do I see coming on at 12 o'clock? Taxi.
Taxi. Okay, there you go. Taxi. All right, so Taxi moves on. We go to the
I'm gonna
next.
have to watch it.
Yeah, give it a watch just because. And I love Christopher Lloyd was masterful in that. I don't care what anyone says. His character was so cool, and that reminds me of my mom too, because my mom used to laugh at that character so hard. She used to be like, "Yo, he's funny," because he was so weird, and then next you know he'll break out playing the piano or something and start singing. Like, yo, what? Oh, but okay, next battle, number 52 versus number 61. Here's number 52, guys. Let's get it.
How the world don't move to the beat of just one drum. What might be right for you may not be right for some. A man is born, he's a man of means. Then along come two. They got nothing but the genes, but they got different strokes it takes. Different strokes it takes. Different strokes to move the world. Everybody's got a special kind of stroke.
There you go. Fun fact, remember what you call it was just on Drink Champs and said that his father wrote that. Alan Thicke.
Really? Oh yeah, he did say that.
Yeah.
Alan
Thicke
he wrote a lot of these
and
songs.
Gloria Loring wrote a lot of shit. A lot of stuff.
They did. Yeah, he wrote that. Other than that, he sang on it too. That's what Robin Thicke said. He said he's singing in it. He's singing it too on it. Yeah. So that's cool. That's cool. All right, and that's going against the number 52. No, that was 52. Number 61. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Hello world, here's a song that presents
Goodbye, different strokes.
a whole lot of loving is what we'll be bringing. Will make you happy. We have a dream, we go traveling together. Spread a little love and it will keep moving on. Something always happens whenever we're together. Get a happy feeling when we're singing a song.
There you go. Come on, get happy.
It's
Partridge
the partridge for Taz.
And a partridge in a pear tree. Right? So Partridge Family, come on, get happy. All right. Kev has put in his vote already. He said it's the Partridge Family.
Yeah, I'm going to hell. It's June 19th, and I'm just
once again I might be faced with the same thing you was faced with last one matchup, Kev. I watched way more episodes of Different Strokes than I did of the Partridge Family. Because the Partridge Family, to me, Brady Bunch was my thing. I didn't really F with the Partridge Family too much. But it's a great song.
Family,
and you definitely know when you hear it, it checks those boxes as far as, yeah, that's the Partridge Family theme song. And it actually makes you happy.
It does.
It seems like when people sing the words happy, you get happy. Look at Pharrell. So happy. You can't sing that song and not get happy.
Listen. Old people.
Crystal Waters.
Happy. Like you can't even sing it without getting.
Yep. Crystal. Ralph just mentioned
Crystal Waters.
Yep. Crystal Waters. Listen. Yeah. The only reason why, and here's why. I did watch a lot of Different Strokes, and probably I watched more Different Strokes than I did the Partridge Family. Mm-hmm. But back in the day, we had a black and white TV that just would not act right. I mean, we had the pliers changing the channel because we broke the knob, and my dad was not buying another TV because he got tired of us breaking shit. And we live where my apartment is situated. It's not there now, but there used to be a couple of water towers there, and a fuel tower and a grain tower. I don't know why, but back in the day they used to be grain, whatever.
Right.
But that used to block a lot of the signal coming in from the city. And if you weren't connected to the antenna on the roof of this building, your signal sucked. And you had to literally, somebody that had to stand there moving the arms. We had aluminum foil, big globs of aluminum foil on the ends of the antennas to bring the signal in. And finally we figured out stringing out some copper wire and spreading out the antennas, and we finally got it right. But sometimes, like on Channel 11, I think that's what it was, when the Partridge Family came on, or 5, whichever one it was, if that whatever show came in the signal, that's the show you watched.
Well, I think both theme songs are very good. I'm going for Different Strokes because I don't know. This it's it checked those boxes like I always talk about. You know, as y'all know by now, we've been doing this thing for 4 weeks. I'm really more partial to the theme songs that feel like theme songs to me, or unless it's something like, say, the Taxi theme song, where it's just like right out the gate. You know, I mean, I didn't even watch Taxi that much. I watched some of it. My mother watched it more than I did. I didn't even watch Taxi that much, but I knew that song. You know what I'm saying? Like when it came on, I was like, "Oh, Taxi." You know, and when I'm like we said, when we listened to like CD 101.9 and that come on, I'm like, "Damn." I said, "You know this song bad because they playing it on CD
101.9, boy. I'm telling you, I miss that station so much, man.
So I'm going with Different Strokes. What about you, bro?
I'm gonna go with Different Strokes too. I mean, I like the theme song of Partridge Family, but you know, Different Strokes is just a vibe going on when it came out, so I gotta stick with the vibe.
I just like that it explained the exactly what the show's about.
I don't know.
Like you can come in the middle of the season, and as long as you listen to the theme song, you know what the show's about.
I don't know. I like to listen. It's two totally different vibes for me.
They are two different vibes.
Different Strokes is dope, but you know it's good. But the Partridge Family just makes me, you know.
Yeah, like I said, the Partridge Family is a different vibe. It makes you actually happy. The Different Strokes song, not per se it makes you happy. It don't make you sad, but like I said, to me, it just feels more of a theme song. Yeah, because Come On Get Happy also could be like a single. It doesn't have to be.
Yeah. It makes you want to put yourself up for adoption. I get you.
No, it don't make me feel anything. It lets you know what the show's about. You know what I mean? So that's what I like about it.
It makes adoption feel a whole lot better.
I wouldn't know anything about that. So, but it definitely explains the show. Same as the Facts of Life, same as Gilligan's Island. They all do the same
now,
thing.
I don't know why. I can groove better with the Facts of Life.
Yeah. Because the Facts of Life, no, I take that back. Facts of Life doesn't really tell you what the show's about. It does, but it doesn't. That's the name of the show, obviously. But I mean, like, this show literally tells you.
But it does, though, because it says the Facts of Life are all about you.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You. All right, cool. We always gotta put that in there. You.
Boy, I'm telling you, we are so old, crusty.
I know. Shout out to our girl that was here last week, man. She enjoyed our old asses telling our little war stories back in my day. We were telling our little war stories, and she was just. I know she was probably.
He was like, "What?
Lord have mercy."
He was like, "What?"
We was up here sounding like the old men from the Muppet Show.
Yeah, I'm telling you, boy, she went with Knight Rider. Like, you know what? If I don't go with Knight Rider, they might come through the phone.
She went with that before we even said anything. She was like, I like the beat to the seconds. I'm like,
she was like, y'all seem very excited about that second one. I said, damn, son. But yeah, sounding like we you know, happy that they got orange Jello.
I know. Got orange soda.
Got my orange Jello.
Yo,
we
oh
in
my
the,
God, yo, y'all hurting me right now. My back is killing me. Oh my God,
we in the
stop.
old folks' home. Talking about some. Got my
Yo,
orange Jello.
Jello. Yo, because that's exactly what I'm thinking about. Because my back has been hurting, and I might have to go to the ER. And I'm like, yo, I hope I get the orange Jello.
I can't. All right, so we moving on to number 53. Number 53 versus the number 60 song. Here we go. Number 53, the new entry. Look like the microphone man, but it's not.
The dream got broken, seemed like all was lost. What would be the future? Could you pay the cost? You wonder, will there ever be a second time around?
Oh, when the tears are over and the moment has come, say, my Lord, I think I found someone. You know it will be better. You're putting it together for the second time around.
We got the woman and man.
Jump to the chorus now. Damn it, y'all talking too much.
Only time will tell. All these dreams fit under one umbrella.
There you go. Chorus, thank you.
Oh my God. What the hell am I listening to?
I know, long ass. All right, that's it.
Thank you.
To get to the damn chorus.
Thank you. That's all I'll say. Thank you for turning that off. Because, like, God.
Yeah, I'm giving them this, Sean, because they're just not gonna last against this song coming up. So.
I didn't even know what that was. I'm sitting here
Step by
listening
step.
to this. I'm like, what is this trash?
Just what it is, trash.
Step by Step, the bootleg Brady Bunch show. That's what I called it. They were like a modern day Brady Bunch, right? That was on TGIF.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was at one point. Yeah.
Yeah. And I just wanted to give them this, Sean, because
you should have gave it to somebody else. I'm sorry.
No, I had to because I know they're going out. So
Jesus Christ.
I know they're going out, especially with y'all.
I swear to God, I felt like they had me at Guantanamo Bay in a room with a pair of headphones jammed on, and it's just like, what is this noise?
Fear not, my friend.
See?
Woo!
Nothing could change her, set and sure away. There is a sun, and they sing their own sweet. Watch them when dawn is sharing one space. We'll find our fate. We'll fly by day. Moonlight strangers who just met on the way.
There you go.
Boy, listen, ain't nothing to talk about. Next
Right,
up.
of course.
Keep
That's
going.
a sweet. That's a sweet. But so that's about now you see why I gave them their little bit of 5 minutes of fame.
Cutthroat.
Listen,
Cutthroat.
No, there was nothing cutthroat about that. That was torture.
That was a no-brainer, but okay, let's move on. Number 54 versus number 59. This is gonna be the Cutthroat. This is it, baby. Now we getting Cutthroat. Here we go. Let's get it. Number 54 versus number 59. Let's go. All right.
Whatever happened unpredictability. The milkman, the paper boy, evening TV. Did I get delivered here? Somebody tell me, please. This whole world confusing me. Clouds as mean as you've ever seen. Ain't a bird who knows your tune. Then a little voice inside you whisper, don't sell your dreams so soon. Everywhere you look, everywhere there's a heart, there's a heart. I hear the heart on to. Everywhere you look, everywhere there's a place. Somebody who needs you.
There you go. That was number 54. Full House.
Don't clap for that.
Full horse.
Exactly.
Full horse. Full house. Huh? What did you say?
Don't clap for that.
Don't clap for that.
Full House was that joint, man.
It was.
Listen, it was.
It was. Yeah.
But I hated that. I hated that song.
Oh, you hated the song?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It took too long. It took too long to get to the point.
Right. There you go. You hate that. You hate. I'll throw that on for you real quick.
There you go. Much better.
Yeah, I'm just joking. So, all right. So the next one is
Killing my taxi ride.
59, right? Number 59 is
Show me that smile.
Don't waste another minute on your crying. We're nowhere near the end.
We're near the best is ready to begin. Oh, as long as we got each other, we got the world spinning right around. You and me, we gotta be the luckiest dreamers. You know we're dreaming. As long as we keep on giving, we can take anything that comes our way. Baby, rain or shine, all the time. We got each other, sharing the laughter and
When you hear that, you feel like I feel like I'm in the studio with them when they're singing that.
Really?
And it's just wood walls surrounding just her and him and it just one microphone in the middle, and they're just belting those lyrics out, man.
Okay. I didn't feel all that, but I do like the song. I do like the show. I feel what you're saying, though. They definitely put, you could tell, they put that time. But I mean, I don't know. Being that this was Alan Thicke's show, I wonder if he was behind this theme song, too.
He probably was. It probably made them put the probably made them put the work in. Like, nah, sing it like this. I need that. It's just gotta pop. I'm telling you, because that's what I feel. I feel like they you, because Wes, you've been in the studio, so you know how it is. When you on an artist's neck, and you could just see it in their face. Like if they could punch you in the face, they would. But what do? They take that energy and they redirect it inward, and then it just comes out in a microphone, and it's just when it comes out, man, it's just that's what they did. I don't know. It sounded like they were on their 50th tape. And they like, listen, this nigga Robert Davis getting a lot of nerves. we got to sing this right so we can get up out of here.
So we can get the hell up out of here. So that was obviously for officially, that's Growing Pains. Theme song for Growing Pains, as long as we got each other. That so I assume you voted Nat, Kev?
Yep.
Ralph?
Yeah, going with Growing Pains.
Okay, clean sweep. Growing Pains goes on. Let's move on to okay, yeah, right here. These last two of these 16. Okay, here we go. This is the number 55 versus the number 58. Let's get this set up here. I did like Growing Pains though. Those shows was funny because you had Kirk Cameron on Growing Pains and Candace Cameron on Full House.
Yeah.
Right. Like back then, man, all of them shows that came on, it was crazy, yo. All right, here we go.
Cameron was dope though.
Yeah, he was dope, man. Okay, here we go. Number 55.
Look at what's happened to me. I can't believe it myself. Suddenly I'm up on top of the world. It should have been somebody else. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I never thought I could feel so free. Flying away on a wing and a prayer. Who could it be? Believe it or not, it's just me.
There you go. Greatest American hero.
Yo,
Believe it or not, which is from the
got chills. I got goosebumps on my arms right now, bro. That is my
I'm gonna say this, right? I have to say, regardless of where it goes, this song holds a special little place in my heart. Like I said, rest in peace to my mother. We used to watch this show. My mother would choke on her food laughing when he tried to fly. And he flying, and he's like, ah! Yo, she's like, yo, this is the worst superhero ever. Like, she's so say that because he couldn't fly. I said, Ma, it's realistic. He's not a superhero, so he don't know how to fly.
He threw the book away.
He threw the book. Yo, he lost it. He didn't throw it away. He lost it.
He lost it.
It fell out. The first episode, the book fell out. And then, you know what's funny? He lost it again because they gave it to him again later.
Yep.
Remember, the aliens finally beamed his ass. I was like, look, you gotta learn how to use this suit.
But here's the thing, though. Can we just keep it a buck? Because even if he would have had the book, let's just say the first episode, he didn't lose it, and he got home, and he opened up the book and he looked at it. It wasn't in English anyway.
Well, if we had this, maybe it has some sort of translation.
Yeah, he might be able to
power.
read it.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, Ralph, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
He
Yeah,
may
that's
be able
right.
to read it with the suit on, and that was the thing. And then remember, he started getting powers, and he didn't know what they were. Remember, he was able to tell or like go invisible or something. It was a couple things that was happening like in season 2. He's like, what the hell's going on? Yeah, I remember that. That you can check the Greatest American Hero on Tubi. It's all on there. The whole season, the whole series. You can. I remember I binged it, man, about a year ago. I re-binged it. You know, getting all emotional, thinking about my mama.
And while you're checking that out, check out Groupie and Play It Dirty.
Yes, check out Groupie playing the
Candy
Groupie the
Shop.
Blueprint, Candy Shop, Playing Dirty. They're all on Tubi right now. Check them out. Okay, number 58. Another very popular one. As you said before. Let's get it. Where you at? Oh, they got a sale on the masterclass. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Who's teaching?
Man. Well, no, they got a sale going where you could get all of them.
Oh.
You have access to all of them. It's basically going to be like probably $120 for the year because it's $10 a month. That's the sale, $10 a month for the year. So, very cool. All right, here we go. Number 58.
a life for me. Land spreading out so far and wide. Gee, Manhattan, just give me that countryside.
New York is where I'd rather
New York.
stay. I get allergic smelling hay. I
Song is
just
funny as
adore
hell.
a penthouse view. Darling, I love you, but give me Park Avenue.
The chores.
The stores.
Fresh air.
Times Square.
Times Square.
You are my wife.
That was it. Goodbye.
That's it. You are my wife. You gonna go where I say go,
She said,
mom.
but see, that's you could tell that ain't a woman of today. You are my wife. Goodbye, city life. She knew it was over. He just pulled the Trump card on her. I hate to say the name Trump card, but he still pulled it on her. You are my wife.
You are my wife.
Grab the body. You know what? No, I'm joking. Said, let's go.
Grabbed her by the back of her neck. Let's go. Your ass in the car. Put it in like she was a suspect. Jammed her whole head down. Watch
Right.
her head.
That's
Watch
right.
her
Watch
head.
the head getting there. Goodbye, city life. That's a good theme song.
Oh
you
my
know,
God.
it is a good theme song. Of course, I'm gonna go with the Greatest American Hero, but I did like that theme song too because I think that theme song is funny.
It is. It's hilarious.
Like, love you, but give me that city stuff. He's like, what? He's trying. It's like that song is like what they call callbacks, right? Where they call back and forth with each other. But it's like, but the funny thing is like they're battling. He's trying to sell her on it, and she's trying to tell him why she don't want to leave. They trying to sell each other on. He's trying to sell her on.
Everything he tries to sell her on. Yeah.
Fresh air, Times Square. Fuck it. You are my wife. Goodbye, city life.
Like, listen, I'm tired of going back and forth with your ass.
Let's go.
Your ass in the car.
That was fun. All right. That's good. So, what are we officially going with?
Greatest American Hero.
American Hero.
Unfortunately.
Greatest American Hero on the suite. And our last one for the 16th round. Right here, number 56 and 57. Let's go. No, you are my wife. He didn't even let her finish her line. She was like, Times Square, you are my wife.
He stepped all over her line.
All right, here we go. Number 56. It's 56 versus 57. Let's get it. 56 right here.
This is it, this is it. This is life, the one you get. So go and have a ball. This is it, this is it. Straight ahead and rest assured, you can't be sure at all. So while you're here, enjoy the view. Keep on doing what you want to do. Hold on tight, we'll muddle through one day at a time, one day at a time. So up on feet, on your feet, somewhere that's music.
Boy, let me tell you something. Jesus Christ. Hey, I don't listen. The only song that can beat that song is "Moving On Up."
Yeah, pretty much.
Ain't listen. I don't care what you listen. I don't know. I ain't gonna say what I ain't gonna vote for. But I'm gonna tell you now. This better be a whole brick. Like.
Well, number 57.
Oh, damn.
Oh, God, Dana.
Keep your head up, that's right. Whatever this like gets up, you gotta fight with. Homegirl standing to my left.
Am I right?
It's tight like glue. And in the 90s kind of world, I'm glad I got my girl.
Damn, man.
I know.
Listen,
I
Dana.
know what
Dana
you're
is
saying.
Dana. I know Dana ain't listening to the show right now. I hope she is. And I apologize. But goddamn, that one day at a time. Jesus
That one
Christ.
day at a time, you feel that in
Boy,
your soul.
that
Like, that
thing,
one
that
day at a
thing.
time, you feeling that soul, yo. It's like,
Boy, that shit hits
oh my
different.
God. Yo, I think about, I may be overthinking it, but that's how I am. I think about when they thought about doing this song, thinking about the premise of the show. Single mother with her 2 daughters. You know what I'm saying? Had, she was, was she single or widowed? I'm trying to remember.
I think she was single.
He was single, yeah.
I think
They
she
just
was
broke up.
divorced. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
she
they
was
just
divorced.
That's
divorced.
what
She
it
was
was.
divorced.
She was
Yeah, not
divorced.
single,
Yeah.
but divorced. Yeah. Divorced mother with her 2 daughters. They on their own. They kind of struggling. Trying to make it happen. Like, they had to talk about that when they made this song, because that soul you feel in it. That you feel it.
Man,
Yeah.
listen.
Was,
I'm sorry, listen, and don't get me wrong. That Living Single song was dope. And I listen, I am a huge fan of Dana. Like that woman is fine and she's everything to me. And but I'm sorry. But listen, don't equalize me, please.
Don't equalize you.
Please don't come for me. Oh God, do I hear a motorcycle outside? I gotta turn my lights off.
Pull up.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Jeez, I know Ralph
What
is
Dana are
looking through
you
the
gonna
phone.
get? Are you gonna get the equalizer? Or are you gonna get Cleo?
Oh Jesus Christ! Give me the equalizer, because at least
I don't know, man.
listen, I ain't.
Or
Cleo gonna come at you with those braids. Cleo coming at you with the braids and the two
No,
double nines.
here's the thing.
2 double nickels.
No, because if you messing with Cleo is in jail right now. So therefore, wherever Cleo is, that's where you going. So that means you gonna
Cleo
get poked.
is in hell right now.
You
Cleo
gonna
dead.
get poked. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Cleo's dead.
Oh, Cleo's in hell right now. Or
So that means Cleo's really angry. I ain't going nowhere near where Cleo is, because Cleo is gonna be trying to poke you and buck 50 your face. Nah.
Yeah.
At least the equalizer is gonna give you some kind of she's gonna put one in you.
What, leniency? She gonna give you some leniency? That's what you're saying?
Yeah. What's that called? Coup de grace.
Coup de grace.
Yeah. Coup de grace. Okay. Well, and with that being said, you going one day at a time. I think I'm gonna go one day at a time as well. Ralph, you go ahead and put one in for
I got man. I can't let Dana go out like that. I can't let it get swept.
You from Jersey, you can't.
You from Jersey, represent. You know.
Sorry, man. That's the girl that gave us unity. You gotta. Nah, man. She hit with that, and they came right after with unity.
Here you go. Here goes Ralph pulling in the sympathy cards now, trying to drag us back.
That's funny.
Oh, nah, but think about it. Did she not have a whole episode that was about that? Who you calling a bitch?
Yeah.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, that was dope too. So and of course, Living Single, the original Friends, the show that Friends took their entire idea from. And it's the guy that you had that I was circulating that interview's out there where Queen Latifah said she spoke with the guy from NBC and he really liked Living Single, and not too long after that he made Friends. So and they actually had their pilot episode was almost a complete rip-off from one of Living Single's episodes.
Well, of course it was, because what Hollywood cannot do nothing original. Nope. They will still take
They always do that. I mean, because think about it. A lot of these shows that we watch and love, including Three's Company, are just rip-offs from like a British show.
So, yep.
You know, Three's Company.
And that's
the house.
And that's the major one.
Yeah.
You know, the United States claim they want to be free from the Queen, but we always in their television bag. And then when you go back and watch, when you go on the BBC network or whatever, and you go back and watch the original show, or you watch some of the other shows, that you be like, well, goddamn, it's always listen. I'm not going to do the politics of between Israel and
even
how
Being
I feel
Human,
about
even the show Being Human.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I like the American version, but the British version was better.
Was much better.
Yeah, Being Human. I love that show. I ended up watching both versions of it because I liked the show a lot. But so that's that round. Let's go. Let's jump on to the Elite Eight and get that done so we can get out of here. But so the Elite Eight. Let's move right on. We got number 49 versus number 62. And just so you guys know, we'll play a little snippet of both. 49 coming up. That's the People's Court, number 49. Nigga tearing that hi-hat up. Like I said, it was the 3rd of September. So it's okay against numbers.
That sound like it should be. That should be an opening of Shaft.
It has similarities to both of them, actually. Yeah, it does. And let me just find the other one here. Okay, here we go with number 62. Right here. 3, 2, 1.
Goodbye, People's Court.
It don't even have the beat. Don't even have to drop. In the rose, baby.
Imani, bring me some weed.
Damn.
I can't with you. This nigga say yeah, I can't. Oh man, yo, for the people watching this later, they gonna be like, these niggas is clowns. They gonna be laughing at us. All right, there we go. This is gonna be a taxi move. Taxi's gonna move. We already know it's moving to the Final Four, so it's gonna be in that last.
It's gonna be a problem. Listen, the Final Four is gonna be a problem.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on to the next two right here. Number 63. No, 63 versus number 52. 63 versus 52. Let's go. Here's where are you? 63.
I know my parents loved me. Stand behind me, come what may. I know.
There we go. We know that. It was a different world. I love that beginning though. That shit is fire.
Yeah.
That's a guitar riff in the beginning.
Yeah.
That's crazy. All right, that's a different world. Number 63 squaring off against right here. We can get
now the world don't move to the beat of just one drum. Might be right for you, may not be right for some. A man is born, he's a man of faith.
Different Strokes, number
a different world. Yeah.
Yeah, different world. Aretha March is on. She's driving the freeway. Freeway
She's riding on the freeway.
Riding on the freeway in love.
So Aretha moves on with a different world. Let's see.
Joseph Tanner Joseph going crazy right now.
He
What
said, "Oh no, not the team from Taxi again." Why, bro? Joseph, that's a whole vibe, my brother.
He must have heard of CD 101.9. He must never heard of that show, that station before.
But
it's a North Jersey thing.
Taxi was a dope show, though.
Exactly.
Okay. We have last battle for the night last two battles of the night. We got that done. So let's go on over here. Ooh, this is gonna be a tough one. We have number 60 versus number 55. Number 60.
Someone back down. Nothing could change you. Set and sure
Al Jarreau is an instrument in himself. You saw what he just did with his voice.
Yo,
he just kind of like,
that
and came back out with it. He's an instrument in himself.
Yo,
but we don't know that. Okay, that's number 50. Number 60 versus number 55. Let's see if we can get him here. Number 55. Almost 55, right? Yeah. Here we go.
Look at what's happened to me. I can't believe it myself. Suddenly I'm up on top of the world. It should have been somebody else. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air.
Got me playing air drums over here. Got me playing the air drums.
Or not, I'm quitting this show. I'm no longer playing this game. Cause this is some real bullshit going on. Who chose these songs?
Oh, Lord. Believe it or not, it's just me. Believe it or not, it's AI. They chose the ranks. So it was the AI. Don't blame me.
Right.
Trust me, I would have never put Moonlighting against this.
Sorry, man. Moonlighting for me, moonlighting goes on. Sorry, Greatest American Hero, but
I'm going with the Greatest American Hero. It's just me. I gotta go with it.
Oh, you two mother suckers. Y'all,
What?
you know what? You know this sound like some bull crap.
Oh, we leaving it on camera.
Oh man, how could you?
Flip a coin,
Jesus
Kev.
Christ. Oh man.
and see, not for nothing, right? But Wes is playing Moonlight, and he's playing like the middle. You playing Greatest American Hero from the beginning. If you will go back and play Moonlighting from the beginning,
No. I'm just playing this is from the opening of the show. That's how it starts. I'm literally playing the opening of the show, like a clip from the opening of the show. So that's where it started.
Oh man, I hate this. And we're on the time crunch. Jesus Christ.
Sorry. I wasn't gonna make it easy for you, Kev, because I had to lean towards the grade. Because regardless of the fact, moving on or not, I'm not letting it get swept.
Oh man.
That song. Yeah, I love that show. That show.
Jesus Christ. I do too. I don't. Here's the funny part. I don't really give a damn about the show. I just love that song.
Oh man, I love Moonlighting.
Man.
Moonlighting, man. Moonlighting was the shit.
Yeah, if I had to pick a show to watch Out of the two, I'm watching Moonlighting first.
And my mother loved that show.
Mr.
Don't get me wrong. Now, my mother loved that show too. She loved Moonlight.
Mr. Pesto. Mr. Pesto.
She loved Moonlighting too. As a matter of fact, my mom's
Moonlighting got there. I'm just gonna say it. Moonlighting. Let's go. Before I change my mind.
My mom's put me on to Moonlighting. As a matter of fact, I didn't know anything about that show. I was like, "What are you watching, Mom?" You know, she won't put me on to Moonlighting. I used to watch it because she watched it. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. And I remember Sybil Shepherd. When I saw her, I'm like, oh. Because I started I don't think I got on the Moonlight when it first came on. So
I did, man. I was like, wow, who?
I did. I was all over that show.
Yeah, Bruce Willis was doing his thing. All right, so it's the last one of the night. Here we go, number 59.
I can't believe that last one.
It's number 56. Right. You about to quit again, okay?
I messed up. I don't think I should have made that though.
Here we go.
Take it like a man. Take it like a man.
Hey man, I wasn't gonna let my man, you know, the greatest American hero go out on a sweep.
Show me that smile.
Don't waste another minute on your crying. We're nowhere near the best is ready to begin. Oh, as long as we got each other, we got the world spinning right in our hands, baby, you and me. We got
Cameron.
Yo, that song, because of that last one, this song don't even hit right.
Right. And here we go. It's going against. Here it comes. Where are you at? If I can find it again.
This is it. This is it. This is life. Right. Let's go and have a ball. This is it. This is it. Straight ahead and rest assured, you can't be sure at all. So while you're here, enjoy the view. Keep on doing what you do. Hold on tight, we'll muddle through one day at a time. One day at a time.
There we go. One day at a time is the number 56 song versus number 59 song for Growing Pains. As long as we got each other. Woo! Cutthroat, Ralph.
Cutthroat. One day at a time, man. One day at a time. I don't think it's even a question.
Yeah,
because it just come on. And I just see some girls there rocking out like on the Lilith Fair tour, singing that song. You know, she's doing Burning Man.
Back with that one, Lilith Fair.
She's doing Burning Man, singing that song or something.
Yo, that is funny, bro. All right. Well, Kev, we gonna ease your pain this time. I'm going one day at a time as well.
Well, I didn't want what's his face to be swept anyway, so
yeah.
I was going.
Alan Thicke, you didn't want Alan Thicke to get swept. All right, so we have it now. We are.
You know what, man? Alan Thicke need to get swept because your son divorced Paula Patton. That was. You deserve
you know
to get,
what? Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you deserve all the smoke.
You act like that's a bad thing. That's a good thing.
That's a bad thing. It's a good thing if you the next guy, but if you the current guy, that was a bad thing.
Oh yeah, of course.
How you gonna fuck around? Sorry, how are you gonna wait a minute. Hold on a second. I gotta do this right. I gotta turn the camera on for this. How the hell you gonna fuck around Paula Patton? I'm just saying.
That's just like he's just like don't ever go Eric Benet. Yo, Jay-Z called Eric Benet out and niggas, he was tight behind that. He said, yo, I messed around, almost went Eric Benet, let the fattest woman in the world get away.
No, but Eric, can we keep it a buck? Can we keep it a buck? Eric Benet, Jay-Z ain't got the type of crazy that Eric Benet was dealing with. Eric Benet had to let that slide. Listen.
Yeah, he said, Never go, Eric Benet.
No. Go listen. Listen. Jay-Z got a lot of wisdom, but sometimes when you're dealing with a crazy chick, listen, you need to.
Now
But hold up. We acting like. Hold up. All right. Even though there's no confirmation there for that, we acting like Eric Bonet didn't slide up into something more crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, look it up. That's all I'm gonna say. Look up Eric Benet's wife.
All I'm saying
is he got with Kiki Wyatt. Then
no.
Oh my God! If he did that, he'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Because that is. Listen, I love Kiki Wyatt. I am a huge Kiki Wyatt fan.
Obviously, it's a slick lie from Jay, because literally, Halle Berry was literally voted the most beautiful girl in the world.
Yeah, she was.
It was just a slick lie. You know what I'm saying? Let the baddest bitch in the world get away.
Almost went Eric Benet. Never go Eric Benet.
He said, "I almost with Eric Benet. Let the baddest chick in the world get away."
Get away.
So he got all right. So Eric Benet got with Manuela
Manuela took Prince's leftovers.
Oh,
another crazy chick.
It ain't Monty, so it ain't her, and it wasn't.
No, that she used to be married to Prince. Another crazy. She had him going crazy.
Crazy, yeah.
She's a wild one. She's just crazy.
But that goes to show you Eric Benet got a type.
He does. He does. So that says it.
Leftovers.
Leftovers. But I mean, listen. You know what? No. We gonna stop. Listen. You know what? I'm canceling the term leftovers.
Yeah.
Listen,
Eric, man. When I see Eric Benet, I'm gonna hand him some Tupperware. I'm like, since you like leftovers.
Yo, you stupid.
When I see Eric,
you know what? Here's why I'm canceling the term leftovers. Because look, if you listen, once you get above 27 and you ain't married and you still out here dating and you out here, sticking and banging and sticking and moving, you know what? It ain't no such thing as leftovers once you settle down and you over 30. Because it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And listen, and to keep it a buck, sometimes spaghetti tastes better out the fridge. Now what?
Okay.
If it's spaghetti.
I tell you what. Yeah.
It better be pasta.
I tell you what. When I meet Eric Benet, hold on a second.
I can't. Yeah.
I gotta put the camera back on. I tell you what. Kev, you're right. So this is what I'm gonna do. When I meet Eric Benet, I'm gonna give him this, and he go like, "Why?" I said, "Because I heard you like sloppy seconds."
Oh man!
Wow!
Come on, bro.
Wow!
At least I was a little lighter with him by saying,
"Wow,
here's some Tupperware. You can keep your leftovers more
I'm
fresh."
gonna put like this. You better dust off your karate skills, because that's some fighting words right there. What you say? You call my wife sloppy leftovers?
Hey,
Ralph,
Eric,
Ralph, you might have to say that and do a leg sweep. I don't know.
What I'm saying, Eric, sorry, but
he said you like sloppy seconds.
Sloppy seconds,
terrible, bruh.
Eric, listen. I listen to your music daily, and I'm a fan, bro.
Wait, hold on a second. I'm sorry.
It's not even just sloppy seconds.
I'm gonna give y'all the thing from Taxi. Those that never seen it, you can actually hear it in the background. Those that never saw Taxi, that's it right there. Watch the show.
Great
it's coming
show.
up right now.
Great show. It's not just sloppy seconds. It ain't just anyone sloppy seconds. This is Prince leftovers. He did that every which way for loose. So now you know.
But who's really thinking about that?
Well, you'd be surprised, bro. Especially these niggas in this industry. But that's a whole other story.
You know what? Yeah,
Watch the Idol.
You're right.
Yeah,
Watch the Idol.
Especially niggas in this industry, boy. They all weird. They all weird. I used to always say that. I'm like, yo, these niggas be trying to hit chicks just because just because they was with somebody else. Like, yo, that's weird, bro. That's borderline gay. But I'm not saying he did that, but I'm just saying I see a lot of cats doing that, especially in the industry, music industry, more so in the hip hop world, but in the other world too. Look at Poison and all of them. All they did was take Prince leftovers too. You know what I'm saying? These rock cats trying to grab up. You know, they have Vanity. Yeah, you have Vanity.
One of the guys took Vanity. One of the guys took Apollonia.
So no, Mate. One took Mate. Yeah,
it was the hair dye, the hair gel. Like what?
What you call right? What you call it? Took Mate. Got with Mate. Who was that? Anyway, let's just move on. But anyway, so let me just before we end the show, so that leaves Taxi theme. The final four is the theme from Taxi, Moonlighting, One Day at a Time, and It's a Different World. That moves on to the final 16 round. They will join. Let's see. Let me find the other ones. I don't remember them all by heart. They will join Law and Order theme, Three's Company theme. No, I'm saying not Law and Order. I'm sorry. Three's Company theme, Golden Girls theme. What's that? Family Ties. Sha-na-na-na. And the Jeffersons. They'll join them. That was in round 2. Who else we had? I can't find round 1, but I don't remember who won around. But we know that the Fresh Prince won in round 1. I put the rounds up on the Facebook. I know Fresh Prince was one of them. But anywho, we got them. Who else? Do we got round 3 here? Let's find round 3. Round 3. They will be joining also Good Times. No, not Good Times. Excuse me. Yeah, I think it was Good Times still. Let's see. No, that was last week, right? Final 4 for last week was Knight Rider, Big Rich Town, Family. Was it Family whatever theme?
Family Matters.
Yeah, and then The Mandalorian.
Yep.
There you go. And I don't remember week 1, but they'll join all of them. And yeah, man, it's gonna be.
This is gonna
get crazy. It's gonna be crazy. Let me see if I see him.
So this is gonna be the final.
It'll be the final round. Yeah, it's gonna be the final 16 of all of them really. Yep.
Yeah, because the 16 gets broken down to 4 or 8.
Then 4, then
8,
2, then 1.
Then 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. About to be crazy. Okay, yeah, and the other final 4 will be Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Sanford and Son, Hawaii 5-0, and Mission Impossible.
Jesus Christ.
There you go. Ooh. It's about to be crazy. And those will be they're not gonna be reseeded. They're all the reason why we kept their seeds, because the matchups will change based on highest seed to lowest seed, the same style. So right now it looks like the highest ranked seed in this tournament is number 5, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That's the highest ranks. That's the highest seeded right there. And it'll go against the lowest seeded, which is whoever that is. I don't know, probably someone from this round, which would be probably number 63, which is A Different World. There you go. That'll be there's a matchup right there. There we go. All right, man. That's perfect. Yo, this is.
I thought A Different World lost.
No, Different World won, didn't they?
No.
Different World lost.
No, yeah, different.
Different strokes. I'm reading it wrong. It was Different Strokes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, different.
Yeah, different shows. No, I thought a different world beat them.
No,
A different world. I'm thinking different strokes lost, different world.
Yeah, different world won, different strokes lost. Yeah.
A different world lost because Ralph took the one for Dana. Remember?
No.
I said
that's a whole different.
so
that was a
so
whole
that
different matchup.
Yeah,
that was a whole different
Yeah.
matchup. Living Single is Dana's song.
Got beat.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm thinking about. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I got
Aretha.
Yeah, a different world beat different
With
strokes.
beat strokes. Right.
So different world would be the one that would go against the Fresh Prince probably next week. So I'm redo the matchups based on the seeds, and we go from there. It's gonna be a battle. So shout out to the chat room. Shout out to Lotus Noir, who was our guest tonight. Hopefully she gets some
music.
Yeah, please go check her music out. It's all on Spotify and everywhere streaming. Her EP is called what was her EP called? The what's the word I'm looking for? The Bliss. Yeah. Check that out. Big up to the chat room. Everybody came through. Thank you, Joseph, of course. Sorry, you know, some of your guys didn't win, but I don't know what you got against the taxi theme. But that's gonna be a rough one, boy.
Exactly, man.
That's gonna be we already said from the beginning that was gonna be a tough out. Taxi theme, we knew it was gonna be a tough out. You know, so certain things we just knew, but it's gonna be real interesting to see who matches up against who.
And remember, people, next week start taking down your votes of who you think is going to be the final winner.
Right. I will be putting that once I do the matchups. I'll probably be doing the matchups tomorrow. Probably by Wednesday, I'll have the matchups up on the webpage on the Facebook. So at least you know you can start putting out who you think's gonna win, or thinking in your mind who you think's gonna win and really we're just going from who do you think's gonna win the whole thing.
Hey, Ashero looking
remember,
pretty good.
That's gonna be a $50 gift card for you to go to the movie.
Go to the movies, check it out. Go see The Flash. They need it.
It'll be but it'll be too late. It'll be too late. Flash be on DVD by Labor Day. Sorry.
Well, that's not gonna be Labor Day, so it won't be too late. They still need the help. They can use all the help they can get. So.
Well, you know what? Well, hopefully, its streaming numbers will do well. And hopefully, once it goes to HBO Max, it'll bring on some new subscribers.
Nope. Nope. That ain't what they're. Warner Brothers people is jumping out the building today.
Yeah, but I don't know why they would be jumping out the building. They should have.
They sabotage themselves.
They sabotage themselves in the first place. They jumping out the building for. They messed their own self up.
They should have put out Batgirl and sent the Flash to HBO Max with John Street.
No, I don't think that at all. No, that's no. Batgirl was a movie they made for HBO Max, so it wasn't even like a theatrical movie. So no, that's definitely not why they messed this up. They messed themselves up just being a mess of what they are anyway. You know, number one, you got Safran and Gunn coming in talking about what's coming, the DCU, and really kind of like making all of these promises and plans about the DCU and getting people excited about that and not talking about the stuff that they have on slated that's still coming out. That included that's why including Shazam, which didn't do well either at the theaters, including Black Adam, which didn't do well either at the theaters.
And especially with that, and I'm going on record saying that outside of what's his face's Batman and the new Batman that's going to be coming up from the dude that is the Flash, Outside of that and outside of Joker, Warner Brothers ain't seeing no money from me for superhero movies. Oh, and
Yeah.
Blue Beetle. And
Blue Beetle, yeah, Blue Beetle. Well, I say once again, now Blue Beetle, I assume they did say that they're gonna bring into the DCU, but you know, it's like so that was one big deal. Another thing was just that whole thing. People who's gonna invest in a movie emotionally or otherwise that they know it's a dead end. They're not doing nothing with it. It's
Listen,
like
and that's what
you got
that's what pisses.
you got a whole nother universe that you're planning around this movie before it even drops. You're talking about Superman Legacy and all this other stuff. Like, yo, give it a rest. Wait until the movie drops, dude.
Listen,
You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's another mistake.
What they did to The Rock, you let this dude. You knew what you were doing. You let this dude make a whole movie around the fact that he was planning on. I think if The Rock would have known that they were going to pull this, he would have had he either would have not have done Black Adam, or he would have fought Superman in Black Adam.
Right,
he probably
he probably just fought him in Superman. It wouldn't have been those guys. Another thing is, see, you got two different. You know, when it comes to DC, and really Warner Brothers, DC fans are divided. They've always been for the longest because you got the Zack Snyder faithfuls. Then you got the people that hate Snyder and want to move forward. So they're excited about the DCU. But then you got the Snyder fans that are going to support the movie. But it's not enough just for the Snyder fans to go and support the movie, right? So you're like, okay, boom. Then you have a third split of people that, because of this Ezra Miller crap, now you got those people that don't want to support the movie strictly because of him. So now you got a third set of people that's just like, no, I'm not supporting this movie, and literally talking like, oh no, what is this? So it just became this whole thing. That's why when we were doing the predictions, I was like, I have a feeling it's not going to do well. I just think this stuff is going to come back to bite them. And yes, they tried to, they held them out of the press for most of the time. They tried to, they let them go out in the press for the premiere of the movie. I didn't have a problem with that. I still don't have a problem with it. But unfortunately, when you're dealing with the press, the press feels obligated. You are not obligated to them, but they feel that way. So if you coming out and you talking to the press, they want to ask you about what the hell's going on with you, your controversial shit. And that's the message. That's why I would have just kept him out of it altogether. I'd have been like, why don't we do a private screening with you and your family? You know what I'm saying? Let you go see it. Stay out the press, because
I was sent to my
see him.
I was sent to the damn DVD and watch it in your home, bro.
Watch it on your little compound where you be holding your people hostage, allegedly.
Yeah.
But watch that there. I don't know if putting you out there is the best thing, only because of this situation. They tried. They had the early screenings. They got a lot of people to talk good about it. Even critics talked pretty good about it. Someone who I thought was gonna completely trash it. That's your girl, Kev, Grace Rudolph.
Oh, Grace
Randolph. I thought she was gonna completely trash it because she always does stuff like that, but she actually had some good stuff to say about it. So you had,
because I called up and threatened her.
I know, right? Nah, but you had people who generally, even bloggers and even YouTubers who generally liked the film, thought it was a solid film, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. Even the Rotten Tomatoes audience score is well in the 80s. The official audience score is in the high 80s, and the total audience score is in the mid 80s. So, audiences are digging the movie. But it's just a problem, man. It's people they're not doing it, man. They're not gonna support it, stuff like that, and it's just crazy, man. So It's just too bad. It's like, the DCEU going down in flames, and it's just like, I think not putting all the blame. I'm not putting much of the blame on Gunn, but he could have handled this better. As far as you don't start coming out talking about everything you do and do because everybody was waiting. Oh, that's another thing they kept doing. I think was a problem. This is the problem from day one with DC. Always, as you know, with Warner Brothers, always in their own way. This movie should have been out years ago. This movie should have been out.
Mm-hmm.
It should have been out. That's number one. This movie was shot originally years ago. So yeah, they did reshoots. They did this. They did that. The movie should have been out. That's number one. They waited, kept pushing it back, pushing it back, pushing it back, pushing it back. Now here we are on the heels of an entire new universe. An entire new universe. The DCU. And now you're just putting out The Flash. Are you kidding me? And you expected this to go well. So there you have it. There's my little rant about DC Warner Brothers. They just what the white boys say? They screwed the pooch. They shit the bed. They did everything that they wasn't supposed to do. And it wasn't because the movie was bad. It was because of all of the moves that they made around the movie and leading up to the movie. And you got you have a solid movie that's gonna go by the wayside financially because of your mistakes and how you moved.
Yeah.
So that's the problem right there. And it's not the first time stuff like that has happened, but guess what? That's it. That was the DCU, final curtain call right there. DCEU curtain call. Now the DCU, everybody, it's not gonna do as well as people acting like we'll take anything at this point. Oh yeah, they're just like,
nope.
yeah, it's not gonna do as well as people think it's gonna do. You know what I mean? Because now you're starting over again. We're starting over with a new Superman. Starting over with all these new characters. I think James Gunn loves secondary characters that he likes to bring to the tables and bring. He did it with Guardian of the Galaxy successfully. He did it with Suicide Squad semi-successfully. Yeah. When he told us, but now he's bringing in other characters. You saw his lineup. Some characters, some people never even heard of, but he's bringing them out there. So now you're starting from scratch. This DCU, this Superman legacy that he's hyping up, whatever the case may be. I'm with you on that one, Kev. I ain't seeing
need
that.
to do it. You don't need to do it.
No, I ain't seeing that.
I'm gonna be honest. He don't even need to do it. And actually, I gotta thank you two guys because I never watched this girl that you just said, Randall, until last night, and she brought up a very valid point. Yeah. Why are you trying to have another Batman movie when you already got a perfectly good Batman that's one movie? Why are you trying to give him another one?
Right. Yeah, so you're gonna go and make your Batman brave but see, this is all he's not. This is James Gunn. This James Gunn being selfish. He wants to do a Superman movie, so they doing Superman Legacy. He wants to do a Batman movie.
I got no problem with you doing
because James Gunn wants to do a Batman movie that he has some sort of input on. He don't have no input on the one with that Reeves did. That's already crafted and done. Like that universe has been crafted by Reeves.
That's it.
That's true. But leave it alone. Because I'm telling you who if I was Warner Brothers, that I bet you someone sat there in that meeting in the morning while they was crying in a Variety magazine said, I think we need to call Nolan. I think we need to call Nolan.
Well, that Nolan's not coming back. He's not gonna come back for none of this stuff. I mean, especially the way James Gunn is going. James is going he's gonna go. He believes in his whole first saga of this is called Gods and Monsters. He believes in the powerful stuff, the monsters. That's not Nolan. He don't go that route. You know what I'm saying? So he's gonna have, I believe his Batman is going to be fighting super powered beings. You know what I'm saying? Like Batman does, in the comics, like Batman does in the cartoons. He doesn't fight just ground level villains. So, like I said, I agree to the degree of, yeah, why you gonna have all these Batmans running around? But that's why he's doing it. He wants something with his imprint on it, and that Batman has nothing to do with him. So he can't come in and say, "Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that?" Because that's Reeves' thing.
But let me ask you this question. This is an honest question. Even what you just said, that he wants to have his own Batman where he has no say. Don't you think Warner Bros. Should say, yo, look, guy, don't do that. We don't have our DCU or DCEU, however you want to describe it, is fractured. It's completely fractured. Let's start getting the course corrected one piece at a time.
What they're doing, course correcting, is they're starting over. They're not course correcting. They're actually just rebooting.
But if that's the case, if you want to reboot, right? I look at it like this: if you want to reboot your DCEU, okay, then okay, you do that. You're not bringing anybody from Suicide Squad back. You're not anybody from Superman. Any of the you put everybody from the Snyderverse is booted out. Okay, you start on, but your Batman movie, since you just had one that almost did $1 billion, $250 million, does it make sense for us to restart it again? Let's continue that one. You got, which I personally, I don't think this Joker Part 2 is going to be the same effect as the first one. But let's sit there and say, I'm that it is.
Let's say they give it to him. But now you got two different. You still got two different worlds, with the world of the Joker and the world of Reeves' Batman. You just got a bunch of things going on. So
and that's what I'm saying. Somebody in Warner Brothers needs to sit up and say, hey, even if it's a damn intern, say, hey, look, we're getting slaughtered out here, and forget about we're getting slaughtered by Marvel. We're getting slaughtered by the general public, comic book fans, and Marvel. Right? There's too many of you guys that want to be Big Chief. Too many of you want to be Chief, and none of you know how to get this shit done correct. So let's take. I kind of agree with what she said. She said maybe you guys do need to take that 5 years off and figure some stuff out.
Well, I mean, yeah, she's saying that, and I don't know if I agree with that or not. But the bottom line,
maybe 3 years.
They ain't taking that kind of. They're not gonna stop trying to make money. Remember now, they've given James Gunn they've given him the ring, so he's doing what he wants to do. This is they turned it over to him.
Then this is what I would tell them to do. This is what I said. Okay, listen, our DC universe is Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. Those are our three. Then here's what you do. You want to develop the DCEU, develop the singular characters, but the main three, you leave alone. Let's let those three characters, Superman and Wonder Woman, let's let some time die, because Cavill is not coming back. Gal Gadot is not coming back. Let's give a year or two, reboot them, but in the meantime, you could still take other you can still take these other characters that's in the DC verse and develop movies or TV shows around them, and then once we start getting this shit corrected with our crowns, then you step in here and you do a Wonder Woman movie or a Batman or a Superman movie. But right now, until the public gets tired, Reeves is Batman, leave it alone. Don't mess with Reeves. Let him do his 3-picture deal or 4-picture, whatever he got.
Well, they're letting him do it. He's not bothering him, but he's just doing his own. But
that's
thing.
What I'm talking about. He should right.
And think about it like from sports, right? Sometimes when you're like an interim coach or whatever, like you inherit certain things, and they're not you're gonna eventually, maybe the next season, if you get hired as the actual head coach, you're gonna start firing people, or you're gonna start bringing in your own coaches, right? Your assistant coaches and trainers and people that you're used to working with, right? And that's what I'm looking at it from that standpoint. James Gunn, even though he's not going to get rid of, because Reeves and them, it would make sense. It wouldn't make sense to get rid of them because they made money, right? So, but Reeves was not his choice. Reeves was not his choice to direct a Batman movie, and he's going to create a situation where I want to choose the director that I want to whether it be myself or I choose a director that's going to direct a Batman movie. He don't like Reeves. Maybe he don't.
I'm okay with that. However, let Reeves finish his vision.
Mm-hmm. Before you
even
well, by the time that Batman movie comes out, Reeves should be on at least his second movie, going on the third. By the time that next Batman movie ain't nowhere. It's not coming out like next year. You know what I mean? It's gonna come out a couple years, 2-3 years down the line. So Reeves should at least be at his second movie by then. I get what you're saying. I agree with it, but I think the only reason why they let the Flash come out is to kind of introduce, because they never got a chance to introduce the DC fan base to the multiverse or the possibility of a multiverse. So not that they're going to be doing multiverse movies, but just to let you know that the multiverse exists. The different worlds exist in DC. So now you kind of you after the Flash, you kind of approach all these other movies with a different outtake on it, because you're like, okay, well, he said the stuff that's going on with Reeves and Phillips over there doing the Batman stuff, that's Elseworlds. That's what he's calling it, right? That's not part of the DCU, but it's its own thing, and they can go ahead and be over there doing their own thing. That's fine. I'm doing the DCU, and this is going to be my new DCU. This is going to be the Superman. This is going to be the Batman. We're going to get introduced finally to Robin, but the Robin, it's going to be Damian Wayne. We're going to get Supergirl, which we got her in the Flash. We don't know if he's going to bring Sasha Calle back or whatever. I hope he does. I thought she was fine as Supergirl. But who knows? So that's that whole thing. He wants to do his own thing, bro. That's just what it is. He was bought there to reboot, refresh, or clean up, whatever you want to call it. And that's what he's doing. He's doing it in his vision. And then there you have it. So we'll see how it goes. But I'm not messing with that Superman legacy crap. So I don't know. I'm not messing with that. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to see.
And then the other thing that Randall said, she said, you're trying to push the needle with these guys that you got. Because I looked at those 3 choices of Superman. I was like, I can't believe none of them. Not one of them.
I think Nicholas Hoult would be a better Lex Luthor than
yes.
Clark Kent.
I'll go with that.
I'll go with a Lex Luthor. He got sinister eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't got, as they used to say, as the women used to say, dreamy eyes. He don't got dreamy eyes.
He got sneaky eyes.
He got sneaky eyes. He got sinister eyes. He don't got dreamy eyes. You know what I mean?
But the 3 choices that she posted that they had looked at to play Superman right now. First of all the 3 that asked need to be hitting the gym. They need to be hitting the gym 6 hours a day
because
6
Henry
days a week.
Henry Cavill raised the bar, even
Way
though
up.
because we know Christopher Reeve he was tall and he was in good shape, but Henry Cavill raised the bar as far as how you need the type of shape you need to come in to be Superman.
Yeah.
So, they definitely got to hit the gym. Maybe take a couple of cycles.
Maybe take a Pilates class or something. Like, damn.
They need to shoot up a couple of cycles or something.
Henry Cavill
need to put him on the juice.
Yeah.
Henry Cavill and Wolverine.
Yeah.
Set it up. Like, look, if you ain't gonna do this, I mean, even Ben Affleck had to jack up.
Look how he bulked up for Batman. And he did his workout on camera. That was a real workout he was doing for that Batman versus Superman.
Yeah, he
scene.
wasn't playing.
He wasn't playing, man. So yeah, man, you gotta come with it. Now, Nicholas Holt, you gotta put some weight on, my brother. But
Well,
if
listen,
he gets,
I don't
that's why I
care what
think
he put on.
he should be
Listen,
Lex Luthor to me.
He should be Lex
He
Luthor.
could take it. He could take it back to the 1980s and put on one of them Hulk blow up arms. I don't care what they put on.
He not getting.
They ain't getting no money.
For. I agree. I'm not supporting that. I ain't supporting that project. I don't like the idea of it. I don't like that they got rid of Cavill. You damn right. I'm gonna sit here and be butthurt about it. I don't like that. I don't
like the way they did Cavill. I don't like the way they did Cavill. They did him dirty.
They did him real dirty.
It would have been a different story if Man of Steel came out and it was a flop.
Yeah,
then
exactly.
I understand, but not. Then you gas and say we're gonna bring you back. You put me in Black Adam, and then as soon as the day after come out, oh well, we going in a different direction. Then what the hell you put me?
And here's the dumb thing: you still had to honor his contract, so you still had to pay him.
You still gotta pay him.
Yeah.
And I heard that he did shoot scenes for this, and they're all on the cutting room floor. I bet you when that Blu-ray come out, they'll be put back up in there. I bet you.
Listen, Warner Brothers is notorious for anything Zack Snyder. They will cut it. They will cut it all out. And here's the thing: if you were canceling the series, right? What difference did it matter to keep Henry Cavill's parts in there?
Yeah, exactly. You could have kept his parts in there. You still reference Superman, so why not keep him in there?
At the end, it's not like at the end you had Robert Pattinson at the end, or
why not at least set something up for the new universes? Set up Robert Pattinson, but once again, I think they didn't do Robert Pattinson because he doesn't consider Robert Pattinson part of the DCU.
But think about it. But
he's a part of Elseworlds.
Yeah,
but think about that for a second. That's a slap that right there. That's how it feels like you put in this movie George Reeves, Chris. Chris
slap in the face.
But I mean, yeah, you didn't put Brandon Routh in there, okay? But
I thought that was. You know what?
I thought I did see Brandon Ralph. They didn't have Brandon.
I don't think he's in there.
No, that was Nicolas Cage.
I know they did the Nicolas Cage one, yeah.
And
I don't remember seeing Brandon Ralph.
But I was praising one, but I said, "Oh shit, y'all honored John Schnepp by doing Nicolas Cage." Yeah. But then you just said "F you" to Henry Cavill, and that's not right. That ain't right at all. Yeah. And then the ultimate slap. Come on. And this is the thing that Randall said that I kind of agree, that I never thought about, but I agree. She said, there's a serious disconnect. That if he was going to go back in time, it should have been Bale, not Keaton. Because she said, how many of today's generations remember Keaton? And it didn't dawn on me.
Here's why. Go ahead, Ralph. I'm sorry.
But it didn't dawn on me because Wes said, like Wes said, the generation they don't watch old movies. Batman, the 89 version is an old movie. I'm not watching that. But they certainly still had to connect with Bale. So if you were going to send around, he go back and he's introduced to a different person as Batman, yes, it should have been Bale.
Here's why. But here's why they didn't do Bale. And because Bale
Bale may not even have came back to do that.
He might have. He might have. He just maybe. But hell, did they even think about Bale? They just said nah, because that was
because he's not marketable as Batman anymore. I mean, listen, after what Ben Affleck did for Batman,
we lost Ralph, but I'm gonna end the show anyway. Thanks everybody.
I thought you ended the show.
I didn't end it yet.
Right.
Thanks everybody for joining us. Good night.